Yeah, let's give everybody a little time to come on in. But we getting started for season 3, Bel Air live after show. And this is going to be discussing episodes 1 through 3 because they dropped 3 episodes all at once. They was not playing with us. They say, yeah, we came back with a vengeance. Let's get into it. Um, as y'all get ready to come in. Let me make sure I got everything I need squared away. I just dropped a family business video as well. So the content is content and we got plenty more where that came from. I do have my Bel Air episode 3 breakdown ready, like recorded. So I just got to get that edited and then I will get that up to y'all. Hopefully you can get it tonight. If not, first thing tomorrow morning. And then I also have a couple of sisters videos. So again, the content is content, and your girl is back on her Zoom. Your girl is ready, willing, and able to deliver. We're walking back into our constantly posting low key season, and I kind of love that for me. Where is my where my phone at, y'all? Y'all, I think I misplaced my phone. As y'all get ready to come in, hey Kofi, hey Coral. Give me 1 second because I want to check my audio levels. All right, boom, y'all. Streaming from the comfort of the bed. Let me know if everything is good with the audio. What y'all rating the first 3 episodes? How y'all feeling about the season on a scale of 1 to 10? What's your ratings? Let me know all of that in the chat. Let's get it popping. Okay, perfect. It sounds pretty good. Y'all, because it's 3 episodes, we got a lot to unpack. So I kind of want to organize it, and I think I want to organize it by character. And we can discuss whatever went on with those specific characters across all 3 episodes. Let me know what y'all think about that, and then of course drop your ratings. And it could be your ratings for hey Tassie, how are you, boo? It could be your ratings for all 3 episodes, how you feel about the season starting as a whole, or if you want to say, okay, episode 1 I gave it this, episode 2 I gave it that, episode 3 I gave it that. Do your thing, 21. Do your thing. Okay? Hey Tamara. Hey Alicia. Hey TLC. Hey Micah. Hey Adriana. Y'all rating it high to start with. 7.5 from Cora. Kofi gave it a solid 8.5 across all 3 episodes. Itasi is also giving it an 8. Alicia's giving it an 8.5. Tamara's giving it a 9. Adriana's giving it an 8. Kimberly Felder, hey boo, is giving it an 8.5. I would agree. I think that they started off much stronger than they started season 2 off. It felt season 3 is feeling season 1's, but like with a little notch of like, because season 1 you didn't really know what to expect. We was really getting reintroduced to these characters in reference to the new iteration of them. And now we know who they were coming into season 3. We know who the characters are, but it still feels like the same strength in reference to the storytelling that we got in season 1 has returned for season 3. And I felt like we didn't have that much of season 2 up until like the end. The last 4 episodes of season 2 was on fire. But the season as a whole for season 2 was very inconsistent. But I feel like the first 3 episodes of this have been consistent, have been well paced. And the stories is storying. They storying. Atasi says, I'm enjoying the ride. I love that. Cedrica, you giving it an 8 average across the board? So for everybody who gave it an 8 or a 9, it wasn't a 10. What's the reason why it's not a 10? Let me know. Of course, we're going to discuss everything that we love, but I would love to know the things that kind of like took it down a notch or two for you. And I'm going to go ahead, like y'all going to hear, if you watch my episode 3 breakdown, which should be up a little bit later, y'all going to hear this on there. A little bit more extended, but I'm going to go ahead and state it here. And this is just for y'all's clarity and so that you know, because you know, it's my job to clearly communicate with y'all how I feel, what's going on, and all of that jazz, right? Jackie. Miss Jackie. There's been quite a few of y'all in the comment section of whether it was probably episode 2. I don't think it was episode 1 because we didn't see Jackie until episode 2. Quite a few of y'all have been posting extensive comments or even mentioning it. I've gotten a couple mentions in DMs about how Miss Jackie reminds y'all of Olivia Baker. And I just want to give the disclaimer that the quickest way to get me to stop watching Bel-Air is to make that correlation and then attempt to have a conversation with me about it. That is 100% the quickest way for me to check out a Bel-Air and never look back. That is not to say that we cannot talk about the Jackie character, because she is a character on the show, so we can discuss her. But making that particular correlation and then attempting to engage me in conversation with it will immediately see me shut down, will immediately see me press the power button and turn off. And depending on how much of it I get and how turned off I get, I could potentially stop watching the show, because that, to me, that similarity, that correlation is not appealing. It is not enticing. It actually is repelling me from wanting to continue to consume the show. And I owe you guys that so that you know moving forward. So if you make the decision to continue to DM me or comment specifically harping on that particular idea, that you know the feelings that you are eliciting, and that's an active choice. Okay? Okay. Coral says some things I don't care about. Number 1, Jackie. Number 2, this future open marriage. The way that the open marriage is also like, I don't dislike it as much as I dislike the Jackie character, but the way that the open marriage popping up is going to be an immediate turn off of me, because I don't care about that either. And it's going to take me fighting the good fight to stay in it, because polyamory has been something that has been popping off in the last like 5 to 7 years, and has been a bigger talking thing within the black community. Like I've experienced like former friends who have shifted to that lifestyle. It's not for me. I don't want to judge anybody, but again, it's not for me. And I don't care to consume it. Like I just don't. Not much on the Ashley tip, but we may get more in the future. Also, Uncle Phil, Jazz, and Hilary stressing me out. Phil ain't stressing me out. Jazz and Hilary, 100%. Phil is gonna Phil, and I've been clocking Phil since season 1, and y'all been on my ass about clocking Phil since season 1. But this is nothing new. He is playing out his own playbook. It's sad that he gonna lose his wife behind it. Itasi says, I would have gave it a 10 if Viv would have gone in more on that chick and her son. What chick? What chick and her son? Child. Itasi, you gotta jog my memory. What chick did she go off on and her son? Oh, separately. So Erica and Carlton separately? I love what she said to Carlton. Like, I love her being very honest and vulnerable and transparent about, like, I don't trust you. You have lied to me for years. And I can remember vividly knowing what you look like. You look at me dead in my face and you telling me a bold-faced ass lie. So, later for what you saying, Carlton. I love that. And you want her to go a little bit more in on Erica? Listen here. I feel like Lisa had all the energy that we need for the other women. Okay. Loved it. Cedrica says the lack of communication between Viv and Phil. I love the fact that Ash was calling everybody out. I think Jackie is going to be a problem and Will is acting blind, but I love to see Lisa check her. Yes, Jackie is 100% gonna be a problem. Coral says I thought she was gonna keep her distance. Since when was she part of the family? That's what I want to understand. I want to understand that as well. And I'm very much so aware that I'm biased against Jackie. But also, girl, you are not a part of the family. Girl, you. Why are you here asking for favors? Why are you here getting jobs? Why are you here? Tamara says Jackie and Uncle Phil and his dismissal of the kiss and the secrets. I mean, to me, he doing exactly what Phillip does. They told us that he was going to be doing this. He's been doing this since season 1. Kobe says, I don't think Will should have gave up basketball for his so-called business opportunity. Me either, but I didn't want to put that, like, go hard on it in my breakdowns because y'all be trying to read me for filth, and I be trying to be considerate of, like, you know, Erica, it could just be, you know, your view, right? Like, my narrow view, but I think that it was a mistake for him to give up basketball in that way for an idea that you didn't even have yet, for an opportunity that you basically received nepotism to get. You're not even like into business like that. Like, I get that you want to differentiate yourself. That's the part that I love about the storyline. I love that he wants to be more than what anybody anticipated from him. And then Lou coming in and saying what he said just triggered this even more. However, I wish he would have prioritized figuring out how to do it all, or trying at least to do it all, versus giving up the one thing that he really knows that he excels at. And that I ultimately think that he will wind up making his way back to, and still wanting to go to college and be on a basketball scholarship. Phil makes no sense. If you feel you and your wife's chemistry is off, why are you keeping secrets? That part, Carlton didn't learn nothing from going to rehab, and I'm telling y'all, he gonna crash out by the end of the season. Crash out is not gonna be the word. Like, we gonna have to come up with a whole other word for what Carlton about to do. We about to have to come up with a whole other thing, okay? Itasi says that Carlton needs tougher love and whoop that trick. I love it. Alicia says, not gonna lie, if Lisa would have gotten slapped for that B word, I wouldn't have been mad. Watch your mouth. You wanted no labels. You got to deal with no label behavior. Nah. I wish the hell Jackie would have slapped Lisa behind that. I wish the hell she would have. Oh. Oh, I wish she would have. Oh. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and let that one ride. Um, Kimberly says Jeffrey's son is getting on my nerves. I just didn't want to keep looking at him. I hate how Will was so oblivious to Jackie's situation. Yeah, when did she become so close with the fam? That part. Kofi says, I feel like he got unresolved feelings for Jackie and quiet as kept. I think she is more his speed in terms of background. Now, ultimately, I think he will stay with Lisa. More his speed in terms of background, how? And this is where I'm about to call bullshit for y'all that's saying this. Y'all feel like he is more her speed because she comes from the hood. Yes, I paused for a second so that you can actually take that in. You feel like Jackie is more his speed specifically because she comes from the hood. But you're not taking into consideration that he's a black boy from the east side hood, East Coast hood, and she is at best, a biracial beauty from the hood. They have two very different experiences within the hood, in addition to her being on a West Coast hood. Like, Jackie, to me, cosplay black women. And she moves with a very clear understanding of her ambiguous, pretty privilege, and she weaponizes that. Will cannot relate. Yes, he's a fine man, but he cannot relate to that particular experience. So y'all want to say that, oh, he from the hood and she from the hood, so they just go together. To me, that is just so trite and so shallow. And this is no shade to the people who actually feel this, but I'm calling bullshit to that particular piece of commentary because it's trite. When you really get down to it, they don't actually align. And you could see it when she was actually introduced. It feels forced. The thing that he is actually attracted to is how she looks. That's it. She don't understand pursuing excellence in the way that Will does in whatever talent. And ain't none of y'all gonna tell me she do. Because she had the black girls tap dancing behind her while she bust the damn Julia Stiles and saved the damn last dance. She got whatever she got going on emotionally and mentally that caused her to get drunk that night when Will had to wind up taking her home and then talking to Doc and yada something about her family. She got a lot of shit with her. And it is not exactly like Will's experience. I think the homegirl from the hood only goes but so far. And they have done her a disservice in one, how they cast it, and two, how they actually introduced her. Hey Brillo, welcome in. I'm going to open up my Discord. So if you come into my Discord, then if you want to sound off, you can, Brillo. I'm just doing like introductions now to people specific talks. And honestly, y'all, I want to be like so clear. Yes, I don't like Jackie. I'm like trying not to say I hate Jackie, but I really feel like I hate Jackie. And I don't even believe myself to like H-word things, but I really feel like I hate Jackie. And I hate her specifically because of how she's positioned, because of the dependence on her pretty privilege, and because of what her presence represents specifically with these black characters. I am personally over people pedestalizing the prettiness of ambiguous, ethnic looking girls over homegrown black girls because we are fly, we are smart. I don't want to hear this shit. And the way they presented Jackie to us, she's not excellent in any way. And I would argue that Will is. He's just had a hard go and he's just make crazy decisions. But he is willing to go and like fight for the things that he wants. So if y'all want to tell me that Jackie can relate to Will, then y'all gonna have to pull out a little backstory of her going and getting it, grinding, and not relying on her fucking pretty privilege and her box to get her friends, to get her connects, to get her moving about the city. But that's just my take on it. And then, you know, like I started this off, some of y'all were liking her. And again, I don't want to have this conversation, but some of y'all are liking her to Olivia Baker. And then that is just like, okay, well, completely throw the character away. Because that's not a great selling point. That does not actually help her. I don't know, Lisa and Will relationship does nothing for you. I think Micah would, and we can unpack this. I think this is great. Like, the great part about having these lives is like we can really unpack that, because I want to understand. I want people not necessarily understand, because I understand, or I presume certain things about people who say you don't get Will and Lisa. I have a feeling about where that comes from. I'm not trying to put nothing off on y'all, but I do have a thought. So I want to hear people articulate what it is of why it's not doing anything for you. Because I would argue that people aren't getting Will and Lisa because you're not programmed to. You're not programmed to believe regular ass black girls are beautiful. You're not programmed to believe the girl with the straight size or a little bit bigger frame is actually desirable. When put up against an ambiguous POC, a Latina, or whatever, a light-skinned black girl, the regular ass black girl is made by our society to look undesirable compared to those people. And when you add on the fact that this non-black presenting, maybe biracial, exotic looking girl also leads with her sexuality and her sensuality, when the black girl leads with her smarts and her emotional intelligence and her communication, it's more of, oh wait, this one should be your friend because she has all these healthy traits, but this one should be the one that you sleep with because she gives you all of the sexy aesthetics. And that's just me unpacking it. But let me go ahead and and open up the Discord, because I got Brillo in here and I definitely want to hear your thoughts. Micah, we talk often, and I want to make sure that I like communicate, like, this is no shade to you. I want to actually hear you articulate why you're not feeling Will and Lisa. And like I said, we can unpack it. But I can see the scenario in which Jackie and Will could spin the block. And that inks between Will and Lisa. Jackie, to me, is a personification of LL Cool J song, Around the Way Girl. I have thoughts about that. Bless your heart, Kofi. Bless your heart. Also, if I'm Jackie and I have access to the Vivian Banks, best believe I'm staying in contact. Like, whether she is with Will or not, keep those contacts. I mean, you're not wrong, Alicia. You're not wrong. On her end, like, okay, girl, we get it. I just don't like her ass, so I'm immediately like, why is she here? But if I'm in her position too, yes, you're right. Maintain those connections. All right, so if y'all join the live chat waiting room, the Discord is currently open, and I could bring you in to share your thoughts. And the sound off. Let me just put this in the chat. Not to love. Got a question. Would you feel the same way if a dark skinned character, same attitude, same beats from season 2? Would you feel the same way? Kofi, I think that you're gonna come in, so we're gonna talk about that. Ask me that once you come in to the live, because I definitely have thoughts. It's not like Lisa wouldn't understand Will's struggles. Exactly. Hilary too grown to not know what she wants. She confused. She's so confused. You can't get on Discord right now, but I think I don't like the relationship because, to me, the chat of Lisa is a bit boring. Watching season 1 to now, her storyline is mainly surrounded. Brillo says Jackie is trash, can't trust her, and I just said that. Yes, yes. There's one man not drinking the Jackie Kool-Aid. I appreciate it. Kobe says Bel Air is a decent show. I just don't like Ashley character for this spinoff. Ooh, that's an interesting take. That's an interesting take. Hey, Kenny, welcome in, boo. I'm glad Lisa read Jackie because she was doing too much. She was doing entirely too much. She mentioned that her mom never supported her in her dance pursuits. Feel like We're going to get her background. But she also can't dance, so there's that. You can get all the damn letters of recommendation to Juilliard as you want, but we saw you perform, and we saw what it was given. Was I the only person that thought that Amara stole that car that she claimed was hers? Ooh! I wouldn't put it past that damn vampire. Do you think that if they cast another actress for Jackie, like a darker skinned actress with an actual dance background, it would be different? Maybe. I think the very first introduction to Jackie, where she had them big ass bamboo knockers and them oversized cargo and that lime green like top, like I felt like those clothes didn't look like she would actually wear them, and if they were on a black girl, maybe I could buy them a little bit better. So I was already thrown off. But I would say they would also have to have it built in where the person actually knew the stuff, because to me she can't dance, but I don't think it's necessarily the actress. I feel like they wrote in a way that lends itself to focusing more on a girl's beauty than her actually being talented. That's just my thoughts. Her relationship with Will second season, they make her get with another guy. They occasionally bring up swimming as her passion, but they don't really show it. She's underutilized. So you prefer Jackie to Lisa because Lisa's underutilized, but Jackie is overutilized with no actual substance. Kimberly Feller says, I don't like Jackie because I started out shady working with her uncle. Not sure if I'll ever like her because of that. Then there's that. Tamara says, I thought that Jackie told Will her uncle used her looks in a way to lure in players to the team and was doing to him, but realized she had a feeling for him. Ooh, I don't remember that, but I could see it. I could totally see it. Okay, Kofi. Hold on one second. I'm working on one monitor today, so give me 1 second. I gotta move things around. Okay, Kofi, can you hear me?
Yeah. You hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Can everybody hear Kofi clearly? Drop a 1 in the chat if you can hear Kofi. Go ahead and hey Justin, yo, welcome in. You were asking a question about dark skin. If Jackie was dark skin, would I feel differently?
Yeah.
I think I kind of answered that, but she would, if she was actually a black girl, like a clearly phenotypical black girl, that would help, but she would still need to be talented. Like the way that they actually, and maybe this is just the performance that's sticking out to me like crazy, but the way they had those black women supporting her as the tap dancers and she came out and did absolutely nothing and Will was just like awestruck, that will stick out to me probably until the rest of the series. I mean, until the end of the series, because what the hell are you talking about?
Mm, I see.
Like nothing about Jackie's character actually gives excellent, actually gives uber smart, uber like responsible, uber emotionally intelligent. None of it. You were literally part of the con for Will. You caught feelings, but you're still a
Yeah.
con woman trying to hustle your way up with your looks and your proximity to your damn uncle out of the hood. Y'all can keep it.
See, that's the thing. I don't know if I get those vibes from her per se. Like she never came across to me as somebody who is just using her looks to get by. Like maybe I
So what
missed the
is it that you
beats.
love about her? What is it
Oh,
that's
I
great
don't
about her?
well, see, and here's the thing. I mean, I don't particularly care for her character, but
You
I'm
got
also
to.
like, well, no, I
The way
don't.
that
Like
y'all fighting for her, you gotta care for her character.
I'm just trying to psychoanalyze like why so many people dislike her. Like that's what I'm trying to
Because
do.
she's
Like it's
literally the personification of what gets thrown into regular ass black girls like myself and others face all the time. We are never pretty enough. We are never this. We are never that. Meanwhile, we are smarter. We're more emotionally intelligent. We're more mentally stable. We're more loyal. We're all of the other things. But then the Jackies get picked because aesthetically, y'all like how they look, or because society says they're actually better than you. While they bring absolutely nothing to the table. What does Jackie bring to the table?
Well, see, that's a fair point. I hear what you're saying. See, I don't particularly feel that way. Now, am I gonna lie and say that she's not fine? No, I'd be ignorant to say she ain't fine. Like, I'm not gonna lie.
And you would pick Jackie over Lisa off of aesthetics.
Well, hold on.
9.7 times out of 10.
That. I didn't say that. I've said I can acknowledge that she's fine, but still feel like Lisa is better for Will. Like, I can think and chew gum at the same time.
I'm not saying you can't think and chew gum at the same time, but I'm also saying that if you had the option to pick Jackie or Lisa, 9.7% of the 9.7 times out of 10, you are picking Jackie. Regardless of if either girl never opened their mouth, you are picking Jackie.
See, I'm not picking Jackie. Like, Lisa is kind of more the girl. Well, you don't know me, so okay. Well, you know me, but it's like, look, Lisa are typically the girls that I relate to more than Jackie. Like, I had homeboys that dated girls like Jackie, and they ended up, doing them dirty. So that's why I tend to stay away from those type of girls. But at the same time,
why are you going so hard for Jackie now?
I'm not going so hard. Like, I'm just trying to understand like where people's disposition about it is. But now that you've broken it down, I can understand why people dislike her, because quiet as it's kept. The same could be said for guys that are light skinned and dark skinned, like how society will somewhat prop the light skinned dudes as more appealing and attractive than dark skinned dudes like myself. So I can see why that could be an issue for some dark-skinned black women. Like, I'm not ignorant to that. Like, I understand completely. You know what I mean? I'm not. So don't make me out to be freaking.
You was one of these people in the comment section like, oh, Jackie is just like Olivia. And when I tell you, I think yours was the second one I read.
Yeah, but
I was just like,
I didn't say she was like Olivia, but it was giving me shades.
Y'all gonna sit my ass up a wall.
That's why. But I think, unlike in All American, I do think that he's gonna stay with Lisa. Like that, I don't think is going to happen. Now, frankly,
and see, I think the difference for me in All American is I am way past the like who he chooses. I got beef with this whole, like Cardi B said, forever. If Will is not with Lisa, I still don't want him with Jackie. I do not want Jackie to prosper at all, period. I would not say the same for Olivia. Like, I wanted Olivia to leave Spencer alone, but also get her shit together on her own. I want Jackie annihilated, quite literally.
Okay. Well, you are entitled to that opinion, and you are free to feel that way. But for me, now, do I think she was doing a little bit too much in episode 3? Yeah, but at the same time,
the hoe is strategic as fuck, and it just she be like sneak this in the audience that don't like her, because every single time she did a little bit too much at that damn auto show, I'm like, this bitch is coming for me. Because you know what you're doing. You're literally playing in, and she's so used to people being putty in her hands just by her smile, just by her bending over, just by every little thing. And I hate it. Like, I'm for women using what you got to get what you want, except for when it's like you putting yourself up against other black women, bitch, because fuck that. She wasn't doing a little bit too much. She was doing way too much, and she knew it.
All right, yeah, fair enough. But at the same time, like, I don't see the point of Lisa popping off of the mouth. Like, because quiet as is kept, you made it very clear to Will that y'all weren't a thing. That you ain't put no labels on.
Wait, you said you don't see the point of Lisa popping off? Is that what you said?
No. In the sense that, see, if she had made it clear that that's her man,
I'm trying to understand. Is that what you said? Because it kind of cut out for me.
Oh, all right. I was just saying, like, I understand why Lisa, kind of went off in that situation, but at the same time, she never really I mean, up until the end of that episode, they weren't official. You know what I mean? So it's like
That
it's
don't matter.
Will's technically still
Y'all
pre-game. It's not
love
like,
y'all love to use
you know
semantics
what?
when it best suits
Yeah,
your narrative.
y'all do it. You know what? Y'all got it. I'm not finna go back and forth with this.
Kofi,
Look,
I'm just pointing out the real, because if this was going back to y'all's faves, All American, there's no way in hell during the time when Olivia and Spencer weren't actually together, like people were still on his head because he was in love with this girl and they weren't together. So to say, oh, y'all weren't official, so there can't be no feelings or no thoughts or like, that is wild. The feelings don't just cut off because you don't actually put a label on it in the moment. And they already have gone through what they've gone through. And she's already had her heart broken by this boy specifically. And she's already put herself out there and tried to go back to him and was thwarted. So you mean to tell me we could watch them make out at the damn country club in the cabanas and be all over each other, but the moment that we get to talking about real feelings, we can't actually talk about real feelings because we have yet to say, "Oh, would you be my girlfriend? Will you be my boyfriend?" That is childish.
Why they didn't put a label on it? That's what I'm trying to understand.
They didn't they didn't put a label on it, and if you were watching, they said it because they were both scared.
All right. Yeah. Okay. All right. I mean, look.
And maybe you've never been in that position. Maybe you have never, had really strong feelings for somebody and didn't want to ask for too much, but also didn't want to lose them. So you hover in this space of the unknown because you will rather take this than take nothing at all. And I think that's what makes it so beautiful when Will actually goes after her after she has this blow up in the morning that she's going to her tryout. And he says that he was scared, and she points to the fact that she was scared. And it makes sense based off of their history.
Okay. All right, then. All right. So they locked in, right? They locked in. They official.
Wait, no. Well, we're talking about Lisa going off. So you do understand or you don't understand why she spazzed?
I understand. Okay.
Anybody in the chat don't understand why Lisa spazzed? Because I have been seeing that, and I'm in conversation with you right now, Kofi. But there's plenty of people who drop comments that I also have to be able to speak to when I get on here. So it's not just a conversation with you and I, but I'm at times thinking about things that I have also seen and been DM'd.
Okay, well, I'm wondering what the common, denominator is.
I've seen 50-50. I've seen people say that Lisa was doing too much, and I've seen people say that Jackie was doing too much. But I'm of the camp of I am glad that Lisa did that because I think that we need it. I think Black women oftentimes have this unattainable as expectation placed on them of propriety, of decorum, of just how we have to look and move, and we can't look angry because don't be the angry Black woman, and we can't say this because we don't want to hurt people's feelings. And oftentimes many of us walk into a room and are immediately have to experience people who are intimidated by us, not that we are actually intimidating. And I think it's moments like that of you blowing up and just saying how you feel. Fuck what people expect from you. Fuck what society thinks about it. Fuck if this girl feelings get hurt, but I'm going to go ahead and say it because at some point I got to be able to be true to me, and I got to be able to express myself, and I cannot continue to contort myself to fit into the expectation, into the mold that everybody in the world has specifically for Black women, because the shit is unfair. Because nobody had them damn expectations. The expectations that people have for Lisa are not the same expectations that people have for Jackie.
All right, fair enough. So,
would y'all agree in the chat? Micah, I really wish you could get on Discord because I would love to just understand. Micah mentioned that Lisa and Will are a bit boring, or Lisa is a bit boring. And I would love to unpack
I don't
that.
think
Frederick said if Jackie was white and had similar experience of growing up, she actually tried to empathize with how he is as a Black man would navigate. She could actually challenge Will to grow and do better. I don't know about that one.
Yeah, see, I feel like it'd have been worse if she was a white female, quite honestly. All the comments would have been you see this Black man going after the white girl. I'm glad she's...
Well, I think at some point, Kofi, you have to give credence to what is being said. And this is what I struggle with, because I think oftentimes because I make specific points tied to and like in the realm of colorism, people just take the buzzwords and like, oh, because she light skinned, or oh, because she's biracial, that's why Erica doesn't like her. So if she was dark skinned, it would be fine. When I actually provide tons of qualifiers in addition to support the thing that I'm saying, and it's not just that trivial. So going to Sandrika's point of like, if this was a white girl coming from like a white trash trailer park something, she would have a certain perspective on life that Will could benefit from. And what I said is I don't necessarily know if I agree. I would have to continue to think on it. It's not, oh, he got with a white girl. It's thinking about the lived experience that she's speaking to as well, in addition to the skin color. But you can't brush past that and just say, oh, y'all would just look at it like this. I think that that's unfair. And I know for me, like, not speaking specifically to you in this moment, but it happens to me very often of like, people just take the one thing that they remember or the one thing that they heard versus actually all that I said and trivialize my take down to something super trite. And I'm like, I do way too much talking for y'all to trivialize the shit that I say. I use the words that I use for a reason.
All right. That's a fair
Hold
point.
on, I'm still going through some comments. I just want, that's for Carl. I mean, that's for Vivian and Phillip. Just Danielle says, once Jackie wasn't from Philly, I checked out on her. I love the original Jackie and shipped her with Phil. Love the original Jackie. Like, so much. And I know that they have deviated with every character. Like, everybody, well, for the most part, the majority of the cast being dark skinned is a huge ass deviation. A wonderful one. So, like, I also want to be clear in that. It's like, it's not a problem that Jackie is not a black girl. It's a problem of like how they're weaponizing her specific pretty privilege and lived experience against black people. Bel-Air's Lisa to me has the personality. Hold on. It refreshed. Hold on, I missed it. That seemed like it was good. It said something about J-Lo. Wait, where? Oh, there it is. Oh, OG. Wait. Bel-Air's Lisa to me has the personality of OG Jackie, played by Tyra, who challenged Will. Oh, I thought that said J-Lo. I don't feel like she has the personality of the original Jackie. Oh, Lawrence, you're in Discord? I'm sorry, babe. Brillo, if you're still in here, go into Discord and go into the channel live chat waiting room, and I will bring you in if you want to sound off. Sorry, y'all. I'm working with one screen, so I feel like go from like screen to screen to screen. Trying to see. Lawrence, I just brought you in. This was solely in response to what Kofi said. Oh, not to say that I would want her to be white or whatever. Okay. I'm in around noise. Family get together. Gotcha. Yeah. Hey, Lawrence.
What's up, y'all? How y'all doing?
Good.
What's up, Lawrence?
Micah says Lisa was warranted in saying what she said for sure. I was personally shocked because I ain't think she was one to say what's on her mind, but I liked it. It actually made me like her more. I get that. Lawrence, you want to sound off about what I have been discussing? Because clearly I've been on a rampage already. And Coach ready to be done with my ass.
Y'all talking about Jackie and Lisa, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I definitely understand what everybody's saying. She's definitely using that whole pretty privilege, biracial, exotic type look versus Lisa, who's, is very, very smart, a gorgeous girl herself, you know what I'm saying? A traditional, I guess you could say, like black woman, you know what I'm saying? But my thing is, I just don't understand how Jackie just couldn't read the room. Like when it came to that whole blow up, when Lisa went completely off on her. She was like, yo, do you always just have to constantly just gravitate and show your body? I'm like, yeah, because she was kind of raised like that, unfortunately. Shout out to Doc. But yeah.
I think that Jackie is 100% capable of reading the room, but that's what makes her more diabolical, because everything that she did was a choice. Doug was not unconscious. She was doing that shit on purpose. And I take nonverbal things as if they're seemingly an attack, as the attack that they are. I take specific digs as what they are versus writing them off. But I also have what some might be deemed not a privilege, or the privilege of being a black woman whose resting bitch face is automatically assumed as an attack. Whose silence in a room where people are talking and they can't figure me out is automatically assumed as an attack. So when I see other people and I see people specifically making certain choices, oh yeah, I'm going to dub that as what it is. You don't get a pass because you're a little biracial light-skinned cutie and they're like, oh, she didn't mean it, she just flirts. Like, no, she was trying to exact additional attention on herself and trying to gain the upper hand on Lisa on purpose. She knows it. She is plotting and she is scheming. So the same way that when I walk into a room, I gotta eat how people feel about me and whatever people dub my just being, she gonna eat every last one of these conscious decisions to be a trifling hoe.
Okay, I'm not gonna call her a hoe now.
You didn't call her a hoe. I did.
All right, fine. You can call her a hoe. I'm not gonna disrespect this young woman. All right, so
she's disrespecting the black people in the show. So
she black too now. Like she might not be like.
She's one of the black people who benefits from the other in her. So she segments herself and she utilizes her proximity to blackness when she needs it, but she tucks that shit away and utilizes everything else to capitalize and to exact power over other black people.
So y'all saying she Olivia 2.0 low key?
That's what they're saying. If they want to say that, then that's gonna make me stop watching the show because I'm not watching All American again.
Yeah, this is where I'm losing it because it's like that should not be a deterrent. It's like one character for real, though. Like, and I don't
think that you are giving enough credence to how traumatized I am.
Okay, I'm not trying to give credence, but I mean,
I know that's not your intention, but I think that that's why you're able to be like, it's just one character. When I tell you I am not signing up to watch propaganda about how biracial and or non-black others are better than black people, I am not signing up for it. And that is exactly what Jackie gives. It's specifically what they have her do. They are literally saying that.
Yeah, I mean, at this point in time, you know, I do believe Will's, when it's all said and done, Will is definitely going to end up with Lisa. And you know, I don't, you know, after the season right here, and I know they're probably, I'm just assuming, I'm hoping they'll have like 2 more seasons of Bel Air and end it, and maybe in like a season 5 or something like that. I can easily see this right here being the last season for Jackie because I'm like, well, what else does she got? We got the Doc storyline. I
thought that the last season. How wrong I was. I mean,
well, we know she's trying to do what, dancing in this season or something like that. So
trying to go to Juilliard.
We got Jackie back in a more Jackie back in a more integrated way when Doc ain't even nowhere to be around. They are not getting rid of her.
One episode.
They are literally not getting rid of her, and I hate it for us.
Yeah, she gonna ride it out this season, but I don't know about next season. Next season will be interesting to see if she continues to stay on.
I don't know. Like for me, I'm just gonna see how this plays out because I think. I mean, this is gonna be Will's gonna have to be the one to draw the line because he's the one that's gonna have to say what it is and what it ain't. Because I watched that scene in episode 1 or episode 2 where she came back where she was in his house. You could just tell, like the way Will was looking, is like there's still some unresolved feelings there. Like I'm not trying to say he ain't locked in with Lisa. That's not what I'm saying.
He ain't.
I don't think
you're right, and he ain't.
Right, but I do think like
which is also tying back for me specifically, Kofi. So in addition, now this is wonderful because I can break it down for you since you are being up too specifically to this point. You don't understand how I could turn off the show and never come back to it again because of Jackie specifically. But then also now you're going to the point of how they actually have Will engaging with her. They cannot stop this man from gawking at her. So in addition to her choosing violence when she's in her scenes, putting herself above black people or more phenotypically black circumstances and capitalizing on her blackness whenever the hell she likes. Then we also have the black protagonist pedestalizing and gawking. He can't seem to get his mind right whenever the hell she's in a room. That is going to have me turn the shit off. If Will cannot figure out that she is not the finest fucking thing walking, I will cut this shit off.
Yeah, we'll definitely like Kofi said. Whenever they was in that that room, or I think it was at back at Will's house or something like that.
Yeah.
That man Will was definitely seduced by.
But
It
seduce
was-
how? She ain't even that bad. Like, Will, your cousin is Hilary. Your cousin is Hilary Banks. Like, you literally see a bad bitch walking every single day, and you rubbernecking at Jackie?
Look, we're not gonna act like she ain't beautiful, okay?
Yeah,
Let's not
she's definitely a gorgeous woman for sure.
To me, okay, so let's clarify the definition of baddie. To Erica Vane, baddie requires you to be more than beautiful.
Okay, so if I
baddies have layers to them for Erica. So when I say that Jackie is not a baddie, it's because the bitch has no substance. She could be beautiful with absolutely no substance.
True.
Okay. True.
Going to my example, Hilary is stunning, and she got layers.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. If I'm ranking my top 3 baddies, is definitely, this is just my ranking now. I'm just saying, for me, it's Hilary, right? It's Hilary, Jackie, then Lisa. That's just my top 3.
Yeah, and for me,
it's Hilary. Nobody.
For me, it's Hilary, Lisa, and Jackie. But I'm not gonna say Jackie ain't fine. Like,
okay, but also be clear, Kofi. Like, you like to jump to like extremes. I'm saying Will don't need to fucking rubberneck every single time he sees her. You've seen this hoe before. She been beautiful. She don't look no different. She is not bad enough for you to lose your mind and stop. She's not bad enough to stop traffic. I'm sorry. She's not.
Well, then tell him that,
especially
like,
after you done carted her drunk ass up some stairs. Like, no. You know more about her than her beauty. There's some shit with that girl. So, like, let's stop playing like she's perfect Patty. Because she's not. And that's what I feel like they have Will engaging with her like. Meanwhile, they have him engaging with Lisa like she's a decent black girl with flaws. But Jackie gets, oh my God, I'm in awe every single time I see her. Awe, nigga? She's beautiful, cool, but in awe? Stop.
Yeah, that man will do me in awe.
He be in awe, bro. He don't look at nobody else. He hasn't even looked at Lisa how he looks at Jackie. So miss me with it, Kofi. Miss me with it. And stop trying to make it seem like I'm saying that the girl ugly. I'm not saying that Jackie's ugly at all. I'm saying that they're being very specific and strategic with how they're positioning Jackie, and I don't like that shit. Because her character doesn't actually lean up. Her character doesn't live up to the pedestalization that they're giving her. Now, if she was a bad bitch, straight A's, just mentally was there, wasn't missing no damn beats, I wouldn't have nothing to say. But she's a hot mess walking. She's Akira without the drug problem.
She's Akira without the drug problem. Okay.
Tell me she's not Akira without the drug problem. In the chat, y'all, is she Akira without the drug problem?
Oh, Akira.
Another baddie. Okay. Fine. Gorgeous. All right. But she's demonic. And Carlton needs to guard itself. Because she gonna fuck him up.
Erica, it's Amira, not Akira.
Oh, Amira, my bad. Amira. Yeah. Jackie is Amira without the drug problem.
Yeah, there's that. Lawrence, I mean, for me, I just think that he's gonna have to I think he's gonna have to speak to this. Now that, he and Lisa are locked in, if Jackie's gonna be around the country club and stuff, you're gonna have a conversation with her and just say what it is and, move on. Otherwise, you're leaving it way too much to interpretation.
Not even that. Like, it's also, to me, I feel like it could be them leaving it to interpretation, but it also could be them speaking to real life, because there's often times where black men don't actually stand up for black women in this particular moment. Like, they let the shit play out, or they let the girls go at it because they don't want to do, and that's even worse. I think
only time is going to tell if Will going to stand 10 toes down and have that conversation.
And if he don't, I'm on his ass.
Yeah, I think he really is going to have that conversation.
I'm on his ass because it's protect black women for me.
See, I just don't know. I mean, like, look, honestly, it's between the two of them. So honestly, he's going to have to be the one to initiate that.
Yep.
So,
of course. And him making a choice to not initiate that says something. They're not leaving a lot up to interpretation. They also making specific decisions. I think it's a specific decision for Will to look at Lisa in awe every single time he sees her. I think that it's a specific decision, both directorially and writing wise, for the Lisa scenes when Will interacts with the Jackie scenes when Will interacts with Jackie. There's always some kind of faux slow-mo. There's a engaged, steady look. That shit don't happen for Lisa.
I think I only saw the Lisa look maybe back in season 1, but after that, I ain't seen that for Lisa.
NXXD says that Jackie has a 3.8 GPA. I'm so glad that you said that, because you, I think, were the other person who was going to bat for Jackie. And feel free to jump into the Discord.
0.8 GPA. Did they mention that?
I don't know, and that's the thing. They don't lead with it. So even if they mentioned it, that is not something that Jackie pushes.
Yeah, maybe there's more behind the beauty. Maybe she does have brains. I don't know.
It could be, but she shouldn't be making the choices to lead with her goddamn beauty if that's the case.
Lawrence, I don't know, man. This thing ain't gonna go away. I mean, Jackie. No, in sense of this whole Will, Lisa, Jackie thing, because Jackie, she kept it cute by not saying anything after Lisa called her out. Cause
she kept it.
Yeah. I mean, because she could have said something. It could have been a fight.
I wish she would have. Yeah. Like, yo, the way that I be wanting to be in these shows sometimes, like, if I could have just spawned into Amira's body and beat Jackie's ass, I swear to God, I would have. And it would have made me feel so good. Like, it would have made me, I wish she would have bucked bad after Lisa told her what it is and what it's not. Do something, ho. Please do something. I beg of you to do something. You feeling froggy, bitch? Leap. Please leave.
How do we know she don't got hands though? How do we know
I don't give a shit, Kobe. When I tell you, I can't beat everybody in the world, but I don't give a. I am going to try. So you can have hands all you like. Please jump. Please jump.
Said jump. Yeah, I think probably by my guesstimation, I was thinking probably by like
keeping it cute by not responding after her ass was traipsing all around the goddamn auto event, throwing her ass and titty. Like, she was keeping it cute.
Oh
my God.
Let's not go there. Like, it's not like she was.
Let's not go there.
Like, she was doing a favor. Like, she was selling. Like,
she was doing a favor, hoeing herself around. And then she kept it cute after she got clocked for hoeing herself around. My God. Okay.
She was not hoeing. She wasn't hoeing. Lawrence, was she hoeing?
She wasn't hoeing. She wasn't hoeing.
Jackie? Yeah. Jackie about that action, cuz.
She was hoe adjacent.
Hoe adjacent out here.
Between this, Jazz,
and Hilary, says Lisa wasn't going to fight Jackie. She wasn't going to fight her. But Amira was going to beat her ass. And this is why I struggle with Amira. Because I know that you're a demon, but you're a useful one.
Ooh.
This is what all this plus Hilary and Jazz, my blood pressure about to go through the roof because I can't take any more of this, man. I can't.
We only 3 episodes in, and you wanted me to go live, so you knew what you was getting.
Hey, look. I'm just hoping Will gonna step up to the plate by episode 5 and make his decision. Hopefully, he will end up going.
Make his decision.
Yep. He already made his decision. I'm just saying he got to tell Jackie what it is.
My bad. That's what I meant to say.
I mean, you're right, but I like that you said that because even the fact that there is a decision, it's like, Lisa, take your ass out of the options because that immediately.
Yeah.
I hate that.
And
they're not even on the same level.
And even that whole argument when Jackie decided to leave, like, I understood where Will was coming from the sense that we ain't got nothing, so I don't know why you popping off at the mouth. Like, it ain't like I was trying entertaining her or was looking at her trying hang with her. I'm like, I'm for real though. Like,
Kobe, he actually was. She was literally walking in between them. Lisa like, oh, I sold 12 shirts. Well, I sold 36. Like,
she was,
Kofi. Like, I get that you see no harm in this little biracial beauty, but there's plenty of harm.
Look, she was getting her Rick Ross on. She was hustling, She was hustling.
Kofi, you don't get out my face.
I'm just saying.
Let Rick run.
Ain't no damn just saying.
I'm just saying. Look, we could go back and forth about this, but look, like Lauren said, he got to set the tone. That's
he do.
It,
he really do.
So y'all gonna talk about Lamarcus and company?
Yeah, that's what I really want to talk about.
Hold on 1 second. Carl says, I feel that Jackie secretly wanted to do that to make Lisa seem as the crazily obsessed black girl. Mm-hmm. She wants to present herself as the one that Will can trust, the one that Will can doesn't have to front for. I'm not Bel Air, so you can actually, confide in me. Blah 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 blah. 100%.
And that's the angle. And that's the angle that like you said right there. Like, oh, I'm not Bel Air, so if you want to escape this, come confide in me. So maybe that's something that Will has been debating. But like y'all said, it looks like he already made his decision, and Lisa told him like, yo, it's either me or her. So I think he's comfortable.
He better take his ass to the damn BSU and find some other little disadvantaged black girl there, because Jackie's ass is not in it. And it actually says that Jackie snatched the shirt. Kofi, for you to not really care in reference to Jackie's character, you are just getting so offended. Whatever, Erica.
It's just a moot point at this point. Like, frankly,
Kofi, you are sounding off right here, but I'm also going through the comments and trying to engage everybody else. It's not just about you, boo.
I know it's not just about me. But,
Lisa saw the way that he was looking at Jackie. That's one of the reasons why she was really pissed. Yes, we see it. One, we know how y'all look at us, and that's why we get all giddy and shit. And then we see how you look at other girls, and that's how we can get very angry and shit. It's very easy to discern. Yeah. Lisa was warranted and said, okay, I already got that. Okay. So now we're going to move on, y'all, because Kofi is itching to move us along, even though this is my show.
Not itching. Hey, you running the show. I'm just a spectator, man.
You're over it, and you're over here fighting for your girl Jackie's life.
Ain't my girl. That ain't my girl. That ain't my girl. Like Woody McClain said in that Vine, she ain't my girl. So, yeah.
Y'all said y'all want to go to Lamarcus, so that was about to be not nice.
Yeah, let's talk about Jazz and company. Let's see what's going on with Jazz and company.
Hilary. Lamarcus about to be Trevor in this series.
Honestly, Kobe, your comment made me think about it, because I totally forgot about Trevor. And then when you said it, I was like, oh yeah, the bungee jumping accident.
Yeah. I don't think it's going to be bungee jumping.
Of course.
Now, I think he's going to be okay. I think he'll be all right. But
really?
I could see. Oh,
I thought you were saying you think he's about to die. And I'm like, oh, I could see that.
No, I'm saying this could be like a precursor. Like, he'll probably be all right for this one. But I could see either the end of this season or going into the next season, they could circle back to that storyline. You know what I mean? That's where I'm going. You know?
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, Hilary, I'm trying to understand. Like, I know that Hilary is in love with Jazz, but I don't know if I'm fully convinced that she don't have feelings for Lamarcus, which is why I'm very conflicted.
I think she does have feelings for Lamarcus, but like you said, I think she's in love with Jazz too, because she's lying to herself. If she doesn't, you wouldn't have kissed that man if you ain't still feeling him. Like, let's stop playing games, okay? We know what time it is.
I mean, her little sister called her out. She's like, yo, this engagement is not going to work. It's all about Team Jazz. You dig?
And she said, I know why you da-da-da-da-da, because you're not getting married. I said, Ashley!
But at the same time, Jazz got to humble himself, too, because him just being too prideful about not accepting the help is kind of sending me, and it's kind of a commentary on black men and how we want to be dogmatic and prideful and not accept help when it's being offered. So,
but Kofi, I see what you're saying right there when it comes to black men being prideful and all that. But at the same time, Jazz is like, listen, for once in my life, I just want to get it out the mud on my own. I want to always have to go to the Banks family for, I hate to say this word, I don't want to say the word handout, but just like a minor break. And I understand what you're saying, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, yo, if I got a homeboy that's filthy rich, I know his dad helped me save my record store, I'm going to see if I can holler at his dad. You know what I'm saying? But Jazz,
Lawrence,
like, listen.
When is all of the times that he has depended on the Banks? This would quite literally be the first time. If anything, the Banks have been dependent on him to keep wayward ass Will in line. Because if there was no Jazz, Will's ass would be on the streets of LA and or back in Philly by now.
This is true.
So there is like some
Good
give
point.
and take, and that's the part that I can't really. I can understand like not wanting to take a handout, I guess, but even with them using that and having that talking point come from Lou, I'm like, I love that they used him because fuck that. Carlton handed out by his dad, Hilary, Ashley, all put in a position, and technically these would be handouts, but it's different because of their parents. Like we deserve to get a leg up as well. Nobody's looking at like white people who are helping their neighbor down the street or yada 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 yada. Like stop. Jazz, you have had this shop for however long. It was your uncle's shop. You have done the best that you can. Gentrification is real. These taxes is real. They're trying to kill us. The government does not give a shit about us. If the banks want to come in and give you 50 G's, take the 50 goddamn G's, Jazz, and shut the hell up. Because not only are you not just dead weight and they're throwing money at you and you're like a fuck up, but like you have integrated within their world in a way that you actually add value. And I think with tying into what Kofi was just saying in reference to like calming his ego and like taking the help, it's also calming your ego, but then still understanding your worth and understanding that you bring value to the table. Look at the relationship that you have with Ashley. Look at the relationship that you have with Will. Like, look at what you and Hilary are at odds, but you also enhanced her life and provided additional perspective and opened up her fucking world. Like, stop. Part of me, like, I get frustrated with Jazz because him being so steeped in his ego is forcing him to not actually accept help, but then also having him discount who he is. And he the shit.
Yeah.
He part of the family. Like, he family, bro. Even you family when Uncle Phil trying to look out. And quiet as is kept when Jazz and Hilary was dating. I don't know if Uncle Phil was necessarily a fan, if I'm gonna keep it 100. So that should tell you something.
I think Uncle Phil and Aunt Viv, I think they I think because of it's a status situation also, I believe, with Jazz and Lamarcus. Like Lamarcus is a big time football player, and I think the Banks family
that is his ego.
Yeah,
that's 100% his ego.
I think sometimes the Banks family, they may, and I could be wrong, y'all correct me if I'm wrong, but sometimes I feel like he may look down on Jazz sometimes because he is,
I think it definitely started out that way. But when he's coming to you saying that he wants to invest in your business, that's not a case of him looking down on you. So why are you now carrying that feeling from before of other shit into this particular moment?
Because I guess he's like, I don't know if I could ever live up to what Hilary's dad is, like the symbol that.
And then that's again, you counting yourself out and not understanding your worth. Like that's all Jazz problems, and I'm over it. Immediately, I'm over it. Real quick though, Jada says, ascension without help is impossible. No such thing as bootstraps. For real. Like, for real. As a person who has moved to LA, it will be 8 years that I'm living in LA, have yet to sell my shows, but like making traction. Nobody is doing this shit alone. Nobody.
Yeah.
Hey, Michael, welcome in, boo.
Curly K making some good points for sure.
Hey,
what's up?
I managed to get away for a couple minutes, but
Okay, so Kobe, you're gonna have to bear with us because I need to understand Micah's like Lisa's boring take.
Yes. Okay, Lisa and Will. Yeah, no, cause like I'm not like somebody who watched Bel Air and like Bel Air was like a passing show, and then over the summer I rewatched it and started to get into it more. But Lisa, I don't know. Season 1, Lisa was about Will. Like her storyline, when I think about it, partly was about her mom, but it was the relationship that she had with Will. Season 2, they broke up, and she got with, I don't remember his name. Drew. It was Drew, right?
Yeah.
Drew, and she kind of got with Drew, had that little thing there. And then now season 3, I don't know. It's just the character. I feel like hasn't had like a story or a storyline where I can like grab onto her as a character and say, okay, yes, this girl has like done this and over like I haven't got like gravitated towards her as a character as of yet.
But you think Jackie does have a storyline?
I don't care for Jackie. Like Jackie literally to me was just like a passing fancy. Like I don't think she should be in season 3. I don't know. I know she's here because they're probably gonna have her and Will have something happen between them. But Jackie to me shouldn't even be in season 3. So her, like, I don't even remember what exactly happened. I know they slept together. I don't remember what happened before that.
A
She
lot of
did
Oh,
bullshit.
something to shade Will. She did something to Will. I know that for a fact. I don't remember what she did.
she
She
wasn't
did
truthful
something.
about Doc's intentions about Will when he got him on the team. Like she
Yes.
knew.
Oh, yes. The coach. She was the coach's niece. The
Hmm.
coach's niece. And
Yeah.
so yeah, but Jackie as a character, I don't care for Jackie. Jackie's there. They're gonna have her. She's there for drama. She's there to put a wedge between Lisa and Will. In my opinion, that's why she's the only reason she's there. But
So, which female
my
character
whole
do you
thing with
gravitate
Elise,
towards,
oh Hillary,
if any?
for sure.
Okay.
Hillary for sure.
Okay, so your criticism of Lisa is less about preferring Jackie to Lisa and more about you don't care for either one of these
Her
hoes.
as a character, yeah, it's just her as a character. It just bores me.
And I think that to me that particular criticism is so interesting specifically because oftentimes the black women with the quiet storylines with the internal angst and generational trauma but is not like outwardly like overly vocal and they come off a little bit more meek and passive, they are easily ignored or overlooked. And I don't believe the same thing to be for black women characters.
Mm. I like what she did in the third episode where she like stood up for herself and kind of showed a bit of like personality. Like I like that. I like seeing her do that. Just be real. Just say what's on your mind and be honest about whatever it is. Like that kind of like like made me like her a little bit more. Seeing if I
And I
see more of that,
wonder I
if I see her
wonder
like
why do
doing
you
more
need
stuff,
her to be loud to fully resonate with her, or why do you need her to
I don't
be
need her to be
louder
loud.
for her to seem real? Because I would argue all of it was real. Like she to me seems like a very meek woman who has yet to really
Yeah.
walk into fully expressing herself or fully actually understanding negative feelings, especially because being in a more white world growing up in Bel Air, we just have to assimilate and we have to adjust and we have to code switch. So I think that the code switching is heavily ingrained in Lisa, and it's just as real for her as an outburst in a moment of like letting herself let it out. Like I don't believe her to be a fake character.
Mm, I hear you.
Oh, Micah might have got pulled away. But it's all something to unpack. Like for me, it's responding on jumping off points from like what Micah is saying, not necessarily responding specifically to her because I know that other people might feel that way, and I do think that the quiet black women are very easily overlooked because we're expected to be loud, we're expected to be aggressive, we're expected to be angry, we're expected to be all of those things. So it's
Yeah.
interesting to
Yeah.
me when she starts to resonate or like perk up and tune into Lisa a little bit more in that moment, but then felt her boring in all the other moments where I thought that the nuance of her talking about her mother having to struggle with her cop ass daddy and like her even grappling with her feelings for Will so early on, but then still trying to honor the relationship and the feelings that she had for Carlton. I thought that it was just beautiful, and I love watching her navigate seasons 1 and 2 with all of those feelings.
Hello.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I had a call come in and the whole thing cut off, so I didn't hear anything that you said.
Uh, no worries. Quick summary is like I just think that black women are easily ignored when we are quiet, when we are meek, when we are introspective, and people expect us to be loud, people expect us to be angry, people expect all of these other things. So it's interesting to me that people can like perk up and tune into Lisa in a moment that she has this outburst. But we're easily able to ignore the first 2 seasons where she navigated, to me, a lot of interpersonal relationships really beautifully, and like processing her feelings, not only about the world that she's living in, the white world that she's living in, the trauma of not having her mom, the trauma of dealing with her damn dad, falling for Will, but then also still having very real feelings and a little bit of loyalty for Carlton. I think that she just handled and navigated a lot of that beautifully, and in a way that we don't typically get to see in any kind of depth. But I do understand how people are like, oh, well, that's boring, because if you're not tuned in or looking for a black woman specifically to have more quieter moments and really be the champion in the story for emotional health and effective communication, then it's easy to kind of like tune it out.
I think the with her, because I'll bring it back to maybe in comparing black female characters that I've loved watching, Layla or even Thea, and on All American, and Thea, as shy as she is in her relationship with Damon or in certain in the romantic parts of her life, I love that she has the story of like tennis and that being her passion, and she's so strong on the court. She's a very different person on the court than she is when she's in a relationship or around friends, for example. Or even Layla, where she had a relationship with Spencer, but she had a story of like what she has something. I feel like Lisa just like even like I maybe would appreciate maybe seeing more like swimming. If swimming is your passion, seeing you fight for that. Like they put it in glimpses, and like even in I think it was one of the episodes they had the coach saying, "Oh, we're gonna make you a national champion and stuff." Like I would like to see that more, so I can like connect to her character, and then in turn connect to her character's relationships with other people after that.
I think, yes, that could be something, but I also would note, in reference to your examples, both Thea and Layla had jealous and bitchy tendencies. So I would argue, like, I would kind of like have you assess, like, do you need to see that side of black women for it to feel valid to you, for their experience to feel valid?
Mm. I mean, as a black woman, my personal like, I would say my personality is I'm not I feel like I'm not outgoing, but I'm not an introvert, and I'm not like Lisa in terms of like she very much, as you said, she's very meek in the way how she like moves throughout life. I feel like while I can be shy in certain scenarios, I feel like I'm one to, especially around, I'll say what I like, not everything that comes to my mind, but I'll say what's on my mind when it's warranted for the situation or do certain things. So seeing her in the way I like seeing what she did in the last episode, and just seeing like just a bit more of like just voicing, like using her voice. I feel like she doesn't have a lot of scenes, and when she does have scenes, they're usually either with Will or with her Aunt Viv or with Aunt Viv, and so we don't get to see her as a person. I feel like that we can like grab onto
I don't know.
as
I would
I
push you to go back and rewatch, because
don't I
I
wouldn't
think we
choose.
got a good amount of her backstory, specifically when the conflict was with her dad, when she was kind of having been put low key in a position to choose between her dad and Will and all of that. Like I feel like we got a ton. But again, I would I would say that because she's an atypical black woman, it might be a little bit hard to resonate with her, and that might be like listening to you talk now. I'm like, is that why I really gravitate towards Lisa so much? Because I would deem myself completely opposite from Lisa. Like I am very like, especially when my feelings are involved, I can play it cool
Mm,
and like be quiet if I'm indifferent or
yeah,
if I don't care. But the moment I care,
yeah, you
oh,
gonna say something?
oh, but you, oh, okay. There is
Yeah, I
no
totally
like
get.
calming it down. There is no like the moment I care. So if it's a like in my grown ass now, I'm just like, Erica, you cannot be like this. But thank God I'm not in love with nobody's son in the moment, because in relationships and with men, like Jackie ain't getting away with half that shit with me. I am
Yes,
stopping the buck
yes, she
immediately.
did.
But I have so much respect for a black woman who's navigating life in a quieter way, but still I think that Lisa has strength to her. And it's like, you don't have to be brass and you don't have to be outspoken. I do it not because I feel like I need to perform a certain level of aggression, but just because that's what come naturally to me. Like, I try my best to come to y'all pretty much raw. So like my reactions that y'all are seeing in real life, I mean on live, is like how I actually respond in real life to things when I really care deeply or feel something for something. So I would just, again, offer up anybody who's like struggling with the Lisa character and feeling like maybe she's boring, take a second look and like maybe use Lisa as an opportunity to expand your horizons on how you take in Black women and accept Black women in their stories, even as a Black woman.
Yeah, I feel like this season is kind of setting up for Lisa to have more of her own story, and I think that'll be that's this season will help me in starting to gravitate more towards her.
Okay. So, all right, we're going back to, thank you for that, because I wanted the explanation. I wanted the clarity. XXD, I guess I'm going to have to wait for a comment, because you were also one that was rooting for Jackie's ass, and I want all of the, like, articulation, because I want to unpack it and point to the holes in some of y'all's arguments, but you know, that's just me. Going back to Jazz and fucking Hilary, I just can't, like, y'all, I said that Jackie gonna be the thing that stops me from watching the show. I think the heart palpitations that Hilary and Jazz are trying to cause me are also gonna be things. And it's a very slippery slope because I adore Jazz and Hilary, but the anxiety I feel watching them, it's next level.
I mean,
you want to be together, just say that, bro.
I mean,
I know they're gonna be together. I'm just watching it, and I'm just like, when Jazz said, "You a runner, you a track star, you float," I died laughing. I like, Jazz is it was so funny to hear him say, and then for her to go out there and like go in front of him and basically prove him right. It was just like, what are you doing?
but I hate
I hated
Lamarcus.
it, but then I loved it. Like, the reference itself was like, okay, Jazz, you ate that little one. But then also part of it felt like it had a little tinge of bitter X on it. Like, I don't know. I don't like when men get in their feelings and then try to sun Black women in a way. I'm just like, keep it cute, sir, because you could be 100% right, but try to keep it cute because this is giving catty as fuck.
Oh yeah, he gave her a straight dagger. Like, he was not playing.
Psychoanalyze her. It's crazy.
Trying to psychoanalyze her whole time in your ego, not willing to accept help, can't see her standing next to you and believe that she actually want to be standing next to you because she could be standing next to a 5-time pro baller. Like, nigga, you don't get to psychoanalyze somebody while you're reeling yourself.
Look, I think a lot of this is stemming from a place of hurt because of what happened in the last season. So that's probably why
But he elicited pain too, now.
I know, but
he elicited pain for Hilary as well. He is not fucking innocent.
I know.
I'll never forget that speech. It was probably the worst love confession.
It was the worst.
Okay. Flag on the play.
Kofi, we're not doing this again. Because I remember you literally on a live back then last year being pissed that we did not accept that bullshit ass speech that he had.
Kofi?
Yeah.
Don't do it.
A lot of love confessions over the years. But that's not the one. That's not the one. That wasn't it.
So you don't expect me to walk through it, okay? I was going to leave that alone. But she the one that opened the door. I'm just saying.
Kofi, you're gonna be wrong now, and you was wrong a year ago. Yes, Lawrence, go ahead, babes. I'm sorry.
I just want to say,
hold on, real quick, Lawrence. Hey, said, welcome in. We're gonna let Lawrence say his little point. Not little, that's like Black people, little, not like little as in disregard. And then said, go ahead and introduce yourself. Go ahead, Lawrence.
I just feel bad for Lamarcus because he's like, yo, I got on one knee. But he doesn't realize that he may have just gotten played because the woman that he loves is still basically in love with another dude. Oh, my God.
Do we feel bad for Lamarcus?
Facts.
I don't feel bad for Lamarcus.
I don't know if I feel bad for him.
Hold on, y'all not feeling bad for Marmar?
I don't care about
Lamarcus?
Lamarcus. Like, what is it? What is there to care about with Lamarcus? We don't even know him. We know he
Justin, I
plays
love
football.
you. Justin is so cool. Like, shout out to Justin. I met him at my homegirl's cover release party, and he was so sweet. So, like, shout out to you, Justin. But I don't know. And Justin is who plays Lamarcus. I don't know if I am actually feeling bad for Lamarcus, but I'm not feeling bad for Lamarcus on some ruthless shit like Micah, because Micah just don't give a shit, which is fine. I don't feel bad for Lamarcus because he has pressured her into this, and he knows that he was pressuring her into this. He came back applying pressure. He had not stopped applying pressure, even though Jazz was at play. So part of this, he's going to have to eat and have to own, because he knows that there's somebody else and there's feelings involved there. So if he wanted to get his girl back, I think that men need to be able to create space versus feeling the need to like go all the time and like coerce this girl down the aisle and coerce this girl into this thing that you want, versus position yourself, come back and tell her that you're interested, but the ball is in her court, and like y'all get to know one another. Y'all have whatever you have. Like him pushing forward and then like escalating the situation and then her kind of going along with it. It's on her, but it's also on him because he created the circumstance, knowing. It's not that he don't know.
He knew she was with Jazz, and he kept pushing it. So it's fair game. Even when he fell on the field, I was just like,
okay, Micah now. I felt bad for the conniption on the. Come on now, Micah.
Yeah, I felt bad when he fell down on the field. Now
I feel bad that him dropping down is going to cause us to prolong the Hilary and Jazz inevitability. Because now that he's gonna want to be by his side, but
I can't. Said, I'm sorry, babes. How are you? Welcome in. This is your first time calling in.
Hey, what's up? How y'all doing tonight? I'm glad the season is back. Episode 3 was very interesting. My only thing, as it pertains to Lamarcus and Hilary, it was odd when they first got together anyway, back in season 2. It was more like, she wanted Jazz to feel some type of way with her and Lamarcus, and now that she's back, she realizes, hopefully now, that the feelings that she has for Jazz are real. Mm-hmm. I mean, she is in love. She loves Jazz. It's just the fact that sometimes I feel like Jazz just doesn't step up to the plate. He's intimidated internally because Hilary is who Hilary is, and he doesn't feel like he can, do what Lamarcus is doing for her on the physical, on the materialistic side of the thing. But the love that she has for him and vice versa is definitely real. But now with Lamarcus, having that episode and passing out on the field, we don't really know, what's going to happen in that situation. Now it's like you said, it's going to prolong the thing. Yep. Now she's gonna want to be by his side at the hospital. It's going to prolong it, and I really hate that for her because she really loves Jazz. I really believe she does. Yeah. And now the only thing that I still cannot figure out is this Frederick person.
Oh, wait, but before you go there, real quick on Lamarcus. Man, are y'all telling me that you don't get no spidey senses, no tingling feeling when you're engaging with a woman who might be distracted?
Yeah, that's where I'm like, he's dropping the ball here because he can't clock that there's still some unresolved feelings there. Like, why in God's name would you just decide to parade y'all engagement in front of everybody just to spite? It's like,
no, but going back to what said about last season, like when he came back, he came in the middle of something.
Yeah.
So you mean to tell me, and then when she is engaging with you, it's on the times that she's on the outs with him, but you don't feel that, you don't acknowledge that, like you gonna act, we just gonna pretend like that's not in the room with us? Is that what y'all do?
Well, it's a part of the whole man.
It's a part of the game.
Yeah, it's part of the game.
Wait. Hold on, Micah. Let the man sound off from the man's point real quick. That's what
Yeah,
y'all
it's,
do.
it's a part of the game. It's
it's
all
a
a
part
part
of
of
the
the
game.
game.
So y'all
It's a part of the
just
game.
stick y'all head in the mud and just be like, nope, it ain't happening.
Look, I
Facts.
just think you don't think
Facts.
Jazz is like a factor. That's probably why
Yeah.
he ain't sweating.
Yeah. He don't see Jazz as a threat. That's why, like, to him, Jazz is a peon. You know what I'm saying?
That's wild to me because as a woman,
Yeah.
I don't give a damn if it's the prostitute down the street or the nun around the corner. If I'm feeling vibes that you looking at her way, I'm looking at her like, oh, wait a minute.
Yeah, I mean,
Wow, I didn't realize that y'all did that.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, that's how it is. That's part of, unfortunately, like the male
But-
hood. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now, had it would have been
Well-
somebody closer to his standard, maybe
Yep.
another football player, or rapper, or something like that, that makes the same amount of money that he does, then maybe
Yep.
he would have felt some type of way. But Jazz doesn't, in his opinion, doesn't equate to anything. He's not even on Jazz. Jazz isn't on his level.
And that's
Right.
how
Right.
all these fine rich ass men be losing they damn woman to the mailman. See?
Yeah, that's
Because
true.
Didn't even
Yeah,
consider her.
status.
why is this cap? Even though he may not see it, Jazz is that nigga. Like, he's got Riz now. So there's
I
a
don't know
reason
what
why.
Riz is, but I'm assuming it's good.
Whatever. Like, I'm saying there's a reason why Hilary was feeling you from the first season. Like, it ain't just because of your looks. It's like you know how to hustle. You cool.
And you short. Like, if I'm like, and I'm sorry, that might have sounded really bad.
Okay, that's a little bit pretentious, but okay.
Okay, but y'all gotta keep in mind, y'all good sis is 6 foot. So y'all gotta keep that in mind. Coco Jones is like 5'9", 5'10". From when I met her, she was not that much shorter than me. So, Jazz, not only, I mean, you look good, but it's not all about your looks. And you are a short king. And yet and still she's trying to stand beside you and you trying to play like you don't have nothing to come to the table with. Stop it.
Yeah.
You are choosing this horrible ass victim narrative because there are so many things that could be working against you that are 100% still working for your ass.
Yeah, shout out to the
Jazz
short king
don't-
Jazz. Jazz definitely got
He
motion. I
talked about
respect
her.
it.
He talked about how Hilary was running. You were running like he was running the whole season 2 from the relationship.
Hello. Clock
He
it.
don't work, and you were from 2 different worlds. It looked like you had more money. He's rich. Like you were running the whole time. Hilary was 10 toes down in the relationship.
Curly K says
Yeah.
Jazz was a fan. I'm about to fall out.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, he really was though. He introduced himself like, "Yo, man, I saw you when you made this touchdown." Yeah. I mean,
It
fan
was.
love out here.
But the
See,
thing
Walker
is,
says, I
man,
think he may know, but is trying to distract her with his lifestyle. That's real.
yeah, but
I think Lamarcus, his ego is so big that, and because him and Hilary had the previous, like they have history. They're like high school sweethearts. So maybe he just thinks that there's no way that she likes this guy that much. That is, he doesn't think there's any competition at all.
Yeah.
And then they were in Paris together, so I doubt, even though Hilary does love Jazz, I doubt she like had Jazz on her mind while she was in Paris alone with Lamarcus for a month. So he wouldn't have picked up anything there either. So now coming back to Bel Air, now we'll see what happens.
and frankly, I'm gonna keep it real. I don't think she goes to have a conversation with Jazz or even announce this engagement had Jazz not walked in with the woman. Like if he
Exactly.
came
And
by
had not
himself,
walked in with the woman and then told
No,
her you're a runner, you're a track star. If he didn't call that girl Flojo, she would have kept it cute.
He would
Right.
have.
I don't think so. Like
He didn't say she always runs. She would have never announced it. She wouldn't in front of everybody. She wouldn't have done that.
She wouldn't
and
have.
this is how you know, like they're meant to be. Like they hadn't seen each other in, we're gonna say, a good 2-3 months, and they came in matching. Like her with her
Right.
nice setup, and him
Clock
with
it,
his setup.
Kofi. Clock it,
It's
yes.
vivid.
It's like subconsciously, like they still there. And
I'm
I read
really
that
in-
whole.
Go ahead, sorry.
The pink
I'm saying
under
I
dark
read that
pink
whole
was
argument
beautiful.
at the party. Like was like, look, I need you to stay in your lane, and it's like, oh, word. And they got close to each other. It's like, if we hate each other, why are we still there? Is it what you tell me? When I tell you, damn, like that's not just argument. That's passion on both.
It
of them.
is. It is.
Yeah.
Like a little side note, y'all. I'm enjoying Ivy so much more this season with her little ad libs. Because when Jazz walked in with the damn model, she said, "Girl, did you see? I saw it, but did you? I see it."
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
To see, like, it's just so, like, I'm not a fan of cheating, but when they kiss, I was like, yes, girl, get your man, but I don't support cheating. I don't. Okay,
Except for
only
this
in this
one time.
scenario.
This one time
Yeah,
at band
only in this
camp.
scenario.
Okay, but going over, let's go ahead because we could gush all about Hilary and Jazz all day, and then they're still gonna stress us out. We got another 3 episodes of them doing goofy stuff, y'all. So I'm not even gonna allow myself to get too hype about it. I'm not even gonna hold y'all.
I got a feeling if they go through with this wedding, Jazz better pull some baby please.
No,
will you have me
no, he is not Duane Wayne. Absolutely not. I do not want it.
If you you better say something or forever hold your peace. Like, if you love this girl and you feel down, then I say something before she walk down the aisle. I'm just saying.
That's real.
Ironically, I feel like she would go with her. She would leave Lamarcus high and dry at the altar.
She would.
Yeah.
She would leave him high and dry at the altar.
You love that man. Ashley clocked it. Okay.
Ashley clocked it.
Ashley been doing a whole lot of clocking this season.
Hey, I love the way they set Ashley up this season, though.
Right.
But I don't know what she's doing with little Susie May. That's the part that I'm just not understanding.
Yeah, I think
yeah.
I think everybody's trying to figure out, is Ashley an old girl? Are they like in a gay relationship?
Are they queer?
Is it platonic? Like, what's going? I mean,
because in
what's
season
going on
2,
with that?
it was like she was falling in love with that girl, but now it gives friend vibes.
Yeah. So I guess Ashley is going to be pursuing a music career the way it's looking.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna need her to come harder because that little poem wasn't doing enough for me. You be clocking it. You a light bringer and a truth teller, but baby, don't fight the beat, honey. Don't fight the beat.
Right, so where are we going next? Are we going Frederick?
We're going to Frederick's old snake ass. I'm raising his ass back. He got to go.
Frederick Guan from London, UK. Guan.
Well, let's say it intro because you were about to go there and say, what's your thoughts on Frederick?
I don't know. The phone call in the hallway really blew me because I'm like, what's going on? What are you really here for?
Right.
Are you trying to set Geoffrey up? What's really going on? That really confused me. And then his antics at the car race and the money situation. It was just a lot. But I think Geoffrey's smarter than I think he's gonna eventually catch on to something. Something's gonna happen to where Geoffrey realizes what Frederick's true intentions are. Why he's trying to cover Frederick, I think he should really be concerned about his stuff because I don't know what Frederick has up his sleeve. I don't know. I was trying to see what everybody else thought about it because I'm really confused with what his motives are at this moment.
I am too. I'm 100% confused. I'm wondering if he actually runs for the gang that Geoffrey left of the London gang leader that he killed.
Mm-hmm.
Is he going to help them get their lick back on Geoffrey? I'm thinking like maybe it could be something that serious. But then him doing the stuff at the car show, I was just like, this is so petty. So like it gives that you're unfocused on the mission at hand, and I'm just like over it.
Yeah, it's he definitely is picking up in his father's footsteps, doing gang related stuff, doing little petty situations when it comes to money and getting people. Yeah, it's a strange situation for him.
Yeah, he's moving real funny, and I'm afraid he might get the fam in danger if
right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
they need to send his ass back where he came from.
So Geoffrey
gotta beat his ass, and I'm totally here for it. I thought I was going violent, but apparently I'm not.
I hope Will got hands because Frederick been training with Geoffrey on how to box. So.
That is true.
Yeah, that is true.
I might be walking him into getting his ass beat.
I'm just saying, like, you better know how to throw them dukes up, like, for real. But yeah, I think Mr. GQ7 007's gonna clock game, so he gonna figure it out.
Who is that?
Geoffrey.
Oh.
Geoffrey. 007. Mr. GQ Smooth.
That's what Geoffrey is? Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, man. It's like,
Geoffrey, I know you missed your son, but throw his ass back, baby.
Please take him back to London.
Oh, annoying. Like, just go back to London.
And it sucks because I really like the actor who plays Geoffrey's son, and I had high hopes. But now they have him enter his villain era. I'm like, I could do without this. I could really do without it.
Yeah, we got enough male villains.
Why didn't Will and Carlton, like, when he like tried to say, "Oh, I was just making sure they didn't get into trouble," why don't y'all say something? Like, that's not what happened. Yeah, they should have just said something right there and then. Like, what's worse, y'all driving cars or him stealing and almost getting y'all killed? I think it would cancel out.
And Geoffrey, how did you even know where to come in like what was going on? So how much do you know? I feel like he has to know something to pull up on him.
I thought he was like following him. I thought he was following him.
I figured he had like a tracker or following them or something because Geoffrey's really sneaky. So
right,
you know,
how
he'll
does he know
pop
that they're in trouble in that moment?
Geoffrey may have an ear to the streets. You know, I don't know.
Yeah.
Geoffrey's still suspicious of me.
Might have that intuition.
I mean, he must be at least a little bit suspicious of his son. I mean, asking him all these questions, he must get like some kind of inkling that something ain't right.
I thought so too, but then at the end, he wound up disclosing to him who he was and what he did. So I was like, damn, I thought that he was still keeping him at arm's length like he had discussed with Phillip. But then you just turn around and just tell him all the information that he's looking for anyway. So are you trying to tell me you trust him now?
Maybe he's trying to do a enemies close. Keep your enemies close.
Maybe he's testing him.
I mean, yeah. But I do think this Frederick situation could potentially put the fam in danger. So Geoffrey going to have to handle it. If it means having to deal with your son, so be it. But it's the family over everything. So
is it?
That's because he's kind of salty because he made that comment. Frederick made that comment. Yeah, because he raised you, right? And he made a little comment, so he's a little salty. So
he is.
Do we think that Geoffrey is 100% choosing the banks over his son?
I would. Ooh. I think he would.
I think so. Especially,
I feel like Geoffrey feels guilty that he wasn't able to be there for his son, and so that might play a part in if he had to make a choice. Maybe this time he'll choose his son.
That's the part.
I think Geoffrey is a good judge of character. I think he's gonna read through his son's bullshit. I really do, and he's gonna choose Will and all of the Carlton. He's gonna choose the banks because the banks have been there for him, and vice versa. His son, he has to know his son is full of it. He's hiding something.
Minus Phillip's ass.
Yeah, minus.
Well, that's still his partner now. Like that's his boy from day one. Like they probably like got it out the mud together. So it's like he's gonna always stand 10 toes down for Phillip. So,
but Phillip's ass is very quick to discard him. That's my point. So I wouldn't be mad at Geoffrey if Geoffrey is looking at Phil sideways and not quick to jump to Phil's side because Phil be dragging his nuts on with people.
But he hides Phillip's secrets. He knows Phillip's secrets. So like, he's loyal to Phillip, I think.
Even when Phillip ain't loyal to him.
Right, even when Phillip's
Yeah, it ain't like Butler and like what is it? Rich man relationship. They partners. Like that's season 1. Like they was listening to A Tribe Called Quest playing pool, drinking. Like they boys.
I hear you, Kofi, but Phillip has gone out of his way to show that don't mean nothing when he don't want it to mean nothing. And I don't trust men like Phillip.
You don't trust Phil?
Hell no, I don't trust Phillip. For myriad reasons. But we're talking specifically about Geoffrey and how he did him, how he dragged his nuts. Vivian
I
had
hope
to
Vivian
beg
kick him in the
Phil. Vivian had to beg Phil to make amends with Geoffrey. Behind
Yes.
what? Him
Yes.
looking for his son?
Yes.
There was
Sir.
no loyalty. Phillip would have never taken
It's that
him back.
it's that pride and ego, man.
I know,
Well, that's why his
but
And
ass
it's dangerous.
got
That's why I
caught.
don't trust men like Phillip. His ego
But he
governs
apologized.
everything.
But he did, he did apologize to Geoffrey, like saying, "Look, I'm sorry about how I acted." So, as far as I'm concerned, like they're good now. And if push came to shove, if he had to, protect Phillip, he would do that because
I hope that
that's
he
his
would
brother.
think twice before
would.
doing it.
He would. But
That's
Phillip
his brother.
wouldn't.
That's his brother at the end of the day.
Well, I don't wish that kind of relationship on any of the men that are currently in conversation. I don't wish a one-sided loyalty ass situation for y'all. They could be
I'll
boys
say, I
all the
don't-
hell they like. Phillip
he's
actually
one-sided
showed
with
where
it.
Geoffrey stands in Phillip's life. Phillip showed that Geoffrey is discardable. And he is only back because Phillip finds him useful.
Yep.
Not because that's his brother, that's his partner. Not because of the
Yeah.
tribe called Quest.
Okay, well, you can feel that way. I feel differently, so
That's fine.
me.
And I'm just going to keep you in my prayers, babes, because I don't want you to get played like Geoffrey could.
Look, well, since we're already here, are we going to Phillip and Vivian now?
Let's go ahead to
Oh,
beat
my
his
God.
ass.
Oh yeah. Let's
Oh,
get the
my
Philly
God.
bill. Let's get to
Oh
it.
my God.
Look,
I knew Vivian was going to get it out of old girl Erica. I knew she
full
was.
disclosure.
She know.
Yeah, full disclosure. If they do this open marriage idea, that's a bad idea. Don't do it. Like, don't do it. It's a bad idea. It's not gonna end well. I'm just telling you right now, it's not gonna end well. I'm just saying. Like, I'm not a fan of this. I'm not. Like, for real.
Hey,
Okay.
I just want to say one crucial part. Okay, so yes, we know Erica and Phil had some stuff going on back in the day, right? But I keep seeing this all over Twitter, all over social media. I just want everybody to know. I strongly feel, without a doubt, that Uncle Phil was wrong in not telling his wife about the situation with Erica. I keep seeing people saying that Phil somehow initiated the kiss or whatever, but it was Erica. It was Erica who put her lips on top of his. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to make sure we get that right.
Away.
Yes, he did. He made it very
after
clear.
The kiss was already planted.
Yeah,
he
yeah.
did,
after the kiss was already planted.
We're not gonna put this on Phillip.
I'm not putting it on Phillip, but I'm not completely absolving his ass because he put himself in a circumstance that Vivian warned him about and expressed her feelings and her uncomfortability about it, and he walked in like the cocky, raggedy Negro that he is and pretended as if everything that she said was complete poppycock, only to find himself with this hoe's lips on his lips, and he backs away in the moment or after the moment. But is there not a possibility where somebody goes in for a kiss and you see what's coming and you back away? Oh, all right. So no, it's not 100% on him, but he has something to bear from the circumstance. He is not 100% innocent and or clean.
Well,
he's definitely not innocent.
They went out for dinner. They're like, Phil knew he's not an idiot. He's not stupid. He knows that she has feelings for him. He knew this going in, and he still did what he did. And yes, she kissed him, but he lied about it. It's like, I don't like Phil, and that chef is very fine. So Viv
find her way. Lord, and he make tacos. Jesus.
I bet. Then let me holler at Erica if y'all feel that way.
Hello, that's my thing. That's my thing because
do what you want to do, player. You want to go holler at Erica, then you wanted to do it the whole time. If I can't enjoy some West African ass tacos from a fine ass black man without you shaking in your boots after you allowed that hoe to put her lips on you after years ago, she also did something similar back in college, then do what the hell it is that you want to do, Phillip. Because I promise you, you're going to play this game, but you ain't going to win this game.
See, the thing is, even though he didn't back away from the kiss, right? If he would have told his wife from day one, like, "Yo, something crazy happened to me in the office, Erica, she put her lips on me, but at the same time, I'm letting you know because you're my wife. But at the same time, I'm going to cut these business deals that I had with her. We're not going to go in partnership together anymore." That's another thing he could have said too. He could have easily fixed this thing immediately when it happened, but unfortunately, he tried to sweep it under the rug because he thought, "Oh, it was a harmless kiss, and Viv would never find out." Right? That's what he was thinking.
But
And then when Erica wanted to out it, he
already
literally squelched it. No, we ain't gonna tell her. She literally is like, "Have you told her yet?" No, and we're not gonna. Who the hell is we?
But Vivian already knew something was going on.
Yeah, that's that women's intuition.
Vivian already knew. She wasn't sleeping with him. She wasn't intimate with him. She wasn't doing anything with him. So she already knew. She was waiting on Phillip to tell her. So when she went to that office and approached Erica, I knew then that she was going to spill the beans. And when she got back to the house, he's still like, "You talked to Erica, didn't you?" I'm like, "Come on, Phil. Really, Phillip? Really?"
Phil
should he have said
is a
something?
liar.
Yeah. But he probably think it was.
And Sharif find their way into the bedroom. I support women's rights and wrongs, and so I don't care if she gets with him by the end of this season.
You know what? Fine. I mean, that's cool. Like, I'm not gonna hate Vivian. I ain't gonna look at her any type of way. But
Sharif is fine though. Like,
fine.
Oh my god.
Well, she thought that the gallery guy was fine.
Because Reed was fine, my lord, Jesus.
And Michael Ealy's character, yeah,
was
going crazy over him.
I mean, but Vivian looks around too.
Michael Ealy, oh my god, Reed's ass was not only fine, but he said all the right things at the right cadence.
The green-eyed bandit, baby. The green-eyed bandit.
The green-eyed bandit, yeah.
I don't want Viv to sleep with Sharif, but I respect you being down for Micah, so no shade to you at all. I don't necessarily want her to sleep with Sharif, but I do want her to register all of her goddamn actions.
I don't want her to
see.
I don't want her to sleep with him. But at the end of the day, in last season, when his family was in disarray, he found his way to a dinner with a woman that he knows he should not have been out with. And then they kissed. And so at the end of the day, it's fair game now if she was supposed to kiss the other.
So how are we gonna equate kissing a woman to sleeping with a man? Like that
exactly. Yeah, that doesn't equate. They might as well do an open marriage if you go do that. You sleep with who you want to. She sleep with who she want to. Y'all make public appearances, take pictures, do all that type of stuff. And you just sleep with whoever you want to. Because I don't think their relationship is going to go back to the way it was. I think that's a done deal.
Work. We saw what an open relationship did on the Shy with Emmett and Tiffany.
Well, they were both trollops.
So
I mean, if they do that, it would be good content for Ashley's next song. So.
Oh yes.
And
I don't see how open marriages work, so I'm not necessarily a proponent of it. I'm not in love with them giving us the storyline, but it's not gonna make me tune out completely. I just want like Phillip as a character to fully register his shit. I think that Phillip represents like the quintessential well-to-do black man who has ascended a certain rank in society, has acquired a certain amount of wealth, and he thinks it's all good in the hood and he get to drag his nuts and do whatever the hell he wants to. He don't have to cultivate effective communication. He don't have to have any type of emotional intelligence. He don't have to be considerate to his family, specifically his wife, and her very real feelings around very real life circumstances. And all of that is a part of it. You do not get to dub yourself black excellence or upper echelon black man by attaining a bunch of money and being a shitty ass individual internally. You just don't. So if he's not going to go on a journey to learn that about himself, to feel guilt and shame about those things, and then to change, then I want her out of this. I want her out of this marriage, and I want her to be loved appropriately.
Yeah, if anything, I don't see I don't know. I don't see her and Sharif sleeping together. If anything, I can see her possibly going on a date. And then you got what's his name? Geoffrey out there taking pictures of them on a date, and the pictures going back to Uncle Phil or something like that. But if she do sleep with him, I mean, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I hate it, but I mean,
And
Phil.
see, that would be my kind of carrying on. That would be my kind of like tit for tat. Like go on a date,
Yeah.
make his heart hurt.
Exactly.
But all the going on a date and all of that over a kiss.
Yeah,
This is not just one thing
know.
though. Phillip has consistently not shown up in their relationship. So while it was one kiss specifically with Erica, this man was checked out for years, allowing Vivian to take the back seat in her own life in order to prop him up. So it's more than just the physical act of like kissing someone else, but it's the abandonment emotionally and mentally within the relationship as well.
But Vivian has clocked out too now. So at
Not
this
enough
point,
to like not be there to prop him up as he's ascending the ranks and acquiring all of this stuff. She checked out of her life and her interests, but she gave of herself to her family and her husband and he never stopped her and said, "Oh, look, you actually have lost yourself." That was her main storyline when the Reed thing popped up of like she had created a life for 15 years that 100% centered Phillip and then their kids. And he was 100% fine with that. That part too is a betrayal. Because it's your job as my partner to not just love on me and dick me down or whatever and whisper sweet nothings, but be there to coach me and to help me and to push me to continue to show up for myself and not just benefit from me showing up for you.
I mean, that's fair.
That's fair.
So I'm saying go on a date because of that, all of that, not just the kiss.
Yeah, well, I think also a part of this too, Phil thought, I would say this was a little bit of arrogance too, because he's thinking, look, I know I'm not going to do anything with Erica, so I'm going to just move along. Yeah, I do. I honestly think that he wouldn't do anything with her. Like,
hey, chat, do y'all think that Phillip would not do anything with Erica if given a chance?
I do.
I really think Phil, I ain't gonna lie to you, I'm with Kofi. I really think Phil is not going to do anything with Erica. I really think.
Okay, let me add another caveat. If Phil thought that he would not lose Vivian in doing something with Erica, would he still opt to not do anything with Erica?
Yes, I truly believe he would.
I truly believe that Phil is trying to be a good man. It's just that the situation happened, and he was wrong. He was wrong in not telling his wife about it. I don't know why he tried sleeping on the rug. That was a horrible thing, but I really do believe he loves his wife, and he's trying. I think he's trying to be better each and every day as a man. It's not going to be easy, but I think he wants to reach.
And he loves his family. Quiet as is kept.
Because
like
he played in her face, and knowing the history, it was just a nasty thing to do, and to lie, to keep secrets. And he was gonna take that to the grave if she hadn't caught.
He was, yeah.
He even said he didn't want to bring this unnecessary stress into their marriage. But I think if you would have just said something, you would avoid this, cold shoulder she about to give you. So
yes, if he would have said something from day one.
IDK, that text from last season makes me think otherwise.
What was the text from last season? Remind me. I'm trying. Did he send something or Erica sent something?
She asked him if they wanted to go to lunch, and he said yeah. So
I don't remember the text specifically.
But as far as I'm concerned, I believe Phil, despite his flaws, I don't think he's going to be the typical black male who decides to step out on his wife. I don't.
Cendrika said if Vivian gives the chef the tiniest bit of attention, he would absolutely mess with Erica.
So yeah, I don't think so.
Kofi, you even said it. You even said if she goes on a date with him, I'm going to go mess with Erica.
That would be me. I don't think Phil's going to do that. That's the difference.
Imagine, I think if Vivian was to kiss the chef and tell Phil same night he would have driven off and slept with Erica. He just gives that type of name.
XXD says Erica said something last season like I chose the wrong man, which gives me the impression the only reason they're not together is because of Erica. So yes, Phil would be with Erica if he had the chance.
Wow.
That's the thing too. It's different. It's different when it's the like if Phil was the one that ended the relationship, it would have been different. He's the one that got his heart broken. So it's like
It's, and see,
there's still that those residual feelings there.
Phil was trying to keep it strictly as business, but he must know as a man, because of the history that they had with Erica back in the day, he must know as a man that he's walking a dangerous, slippery slope because old feelings can come up at any given moment. Despite them being partners, or the case may be, it's still a slippery situation that he is walking into. He is kind of like playing with fire, but
And
Phil
it's not
said,
like this was And it's not like this was a fling. Y'all dated for 2 years before she
Right.
broke up with you. So
Right.
there is some residual history there. So it's like that's not some small thing per se.
yeah.
But look, I don't think he would. I honestly think if Vivian has a thing with the chef, he's just gonna chalk it up to we're even. I didn't initiate the kiss with Erica, but you kissed the chef. Let's just call it bygones be bygones and move on.
And
But
speaking of the chef, do y'all think that the person who was blowing up Viv's Instagram was that dude, the anonymous person, the painter? You think that might have been a chef?
No, it was a separate painter.
No.
It was a
No.
woman.
Oh, it's a woman?
I
Okay,
think the
my
painter's
bad.
a woman.
Yeah.
Okay, my bad.
I don't know if they confirmed that, but I just feel like she's a woman based off of her Instagram.
Gotcha. Okay, my bad.
All right, but yeah, man, like this open marriage idea, I'm not for it one bit. I just feel like it's just going to bring more problems. That it's just going to reveal stuff from the surface.
Is anybody rooting for this open marriage in the chat? Is anybody in here like, oh yeah, let's see what this open marriage do? No judgment. Yeah. I'm just curious.
No judgment, y'all. No judgment.
I don't.
I
think
like
it'll make
marriage.
good
I
TV.
don't need to see an open marriage. I just need to see Vivian get her lick back. Like I don't need to see an open marriage.
See, that would be the lick back to me.
See,
that'd be the lick back.
Yeah, the lick back would be
one-time thing.
It would be a lick back though to me for Vivian because then she would still have to maintain some relationship with Phillip, and he's been benefiting off of her proximity to her this entire time. So like for me, her getting her lick back is like you don't get access to me anymore, Phillip, because you didn't appreciate me. Aside from whatever I decided to do with my box.
Oh
yeah, but that would crush the family if they divorced or decided to separate.
It would.
I think that would definitely crush.
And honestly, I'm not going to be surprised if Ashley, seeing this dynamic between the two of them, decides to air out their dirty laundry through her poetry or her rap, just to release some of that pain that she might be harboring.
And did she out some stuff that people didn't know in the rap? Okay, Curly K also said she thinks the painter was the chef, so maybe y'all might be on to something.
Yeah.
Oh, what's up, Curly?
I didn't think that. I didn't think.
I was just thinking.
I didn't think that. I thought they said it was a female. I thought they said that when she was talking.
Yeah, it was the person that Hilary blocked. So
right.
I don't know. It may be. But yeah, they would definitely crush the family. It would really. That would be.
It would do a number on Carlton's ass. It would be no return. His ass would never recover.
He'll crash out. Like you want him to crash out quickly? Let them not be together anymore. That would be the easiest way for him to crash out. And based on his relationship with Amira, if that happens, he definitely crashing out.
Oh, Carlton's definitely done. Like the family cannot divorce. So Carlton there would be no coming back for Carlton. Like no coming back. No type of therapy. It would not bring him back, period, because he loves his family deeply. And for them to have an open marriage, what a lot of people do have in 2024, but I just cannot see the banks doing that. That'd be crazy to me.
And frankly, I think if something were to happen to Carlton, maybe that would, snap these people out of their senses, and maybe they would do some self-evaluation.
That man became a whole cokehead under their watch. They are not paying much attention to this man.
So he almost died. You don't think, oh shit, I gotta be clocked in. Like that's
something happens to him in the season, and if you watch the previews, so maybe something was going to happen.
Oh yeah, that's right. Cause there was a preview
I definitely think that something happens to him could be impactful. But for you saying that that's going to be the thing that actually gets everybody in line, if that's the case, then they would have already gotten in line. Hey,
Yeah, drug
Edify
problem.
Style. Welcome in, boo.
A drug problem is one thing, but almost
Not just a
dying.
drug problem. He has deep-seated anxiety and like panic attacks that could push him into having a heart attack. Like, this isn't just like, oh, he does a little bit of coke on the weekends. Like, Carlton has been on the brink of destruction for quite a while.
That's what I'm saying. So, oh Lord, that's a lot.
And this is just episode 3.
Yep. Hey, Edify Style, can you hear us?
Yes, I hear you all perfectly fine. Thank you for letting me in.
Of course. Did you want to add something?
Yes, actually. Oh, several points. First of all, love your work, Erica. Love your channel, everything else.
Thank you.
Several points. I do believe that, unfortunately, I think Phil would cheat on Vivian. First and foremost, I think he should have told her about the kids from Jump Street. But the fact that, I think he may feel beholden to Erica, the lawyer, because of him helping her out with her helping him out with the firm, and even still getting the business from her firm to spill over. I think he feels beholden to her some kind of way, kind of giving her these little breadcrumbs that maybe something could possibly happen, maybe so, maybe not. So I think he's kind of giving her that type of energy, like sprinkling kind of in there. But I put it in the chat earlier under my other name. She's giving pick me vibes. She wants Phillip because I think he's become the man that she's always wanted, and she's willing to do whatever it is, even telling Vivian, oh yeah, we kissed, knowing that try to put some kind of dissension, which of course he obviously has in their marriage.
Yeah.
I'm wondering why she I'm wondering why she decided to say something like, is it her guilty conscience? I don't know. I mean,
that's what it seemed like.
I guess, but
I don't think it was a guilty conscience.
You think it was her trying to have one up on Vivian?
I think she wants to start problems with him.
That's what I think. I think she did that on purpose because she knew Vivian was gonna go back and confront Phil. So now that's gonna cause dissension in their marriage. She go try to weasel her way back in there. He's upset. He's sad. She go weasel her way back in there, and he go slip right back into temptation again.
Yep.
Look, we already got enough. I don't need this raft of social media to drag this man if he were to, cheat on his wife. Because
why not? See, that's the problem. This is why we're not going to see each other, Kofi. Because why in the hell not?
Look, because we've already seen this in media. Like, it's specifically this type of content. Like, I don't need confirmation that, oh yeah.
But you want me to sit and watch the pretty privileged girl press her ass all up and around. But you can't stand the idea of people dragging an adulterous ass husband?
No.
My oh my.
A black man ain't loyal. That's what I don't want to see. Like,
well, I don't dub it that. I dub it as Phillip is trifling. He might be a dark-skinned black man, but Phillip don't speak for all dark-skinned black men in my eyes. Well, Phillip, because Sharif is still here making tacos.
Look, I don't think he would do it. I honestly think he loves his wife. Is he doing a good job of communicating?
Okay, but okay. You already know the deal, Kofi, though. You know the deal as it pertains to this concept of love, and I introduced it back with talking about All American. People be loving people, but that don't speak to your capacity of loving what you know love to be. Do I think that Phillip loves Vivian? Yes. But do I think that Vivian loves Phillip at a deeper capacity? 100%. Do I think that Vivian has a greater grasp on what love actually is? 100%. Because Phillip loves people from a place of his ego and what they can do for him, even his family. Like, he has an innate level of love, but a lot of it is rooted in what they do for him, how they help his presentation in the world, what they actually mean for how his life actualizes in the world, which is other shit other than love. It's mostly, again, his ego. I don't think that Phil understands love to a degree that will require him to step up and evolve in areas where he is clearly weak in, because he ain't doing shit about it, and they've been married for 20 years. So you can love her as much as you want, or to your capacity, but it doesn't mean that the way that you're loving her is enough or adequate.
Look, honestly, I feel like other characters.
I mean, let it register. Like, let that sit in and like hear me when I say that before you go on to your next point, because you want to make the point of he loves her. Okay, cool. But what exactly does that love look like? What is the quantity of that love?
All right. Let me sit on it before I.
Addicts XD says we know he loves her, but does he respect her? Question
right,
that we
and you
need answers
went on
to.
the dinner. You went on a dinner date with the woman. Obviously, he knows that Erica has some type of connection she wants to create. You went and had dinner with that woman, knowing, the history.
You're
You
still
did
having
that.
midnight meetings with her. Why are y'all not meeting in the conference room?
Hello, Zoom.
Why is there alcohol available while y'all are working late? All of that is like what love looks like. Love looks like I'm going to work with my ex, but I'm going to make sure that I put in every single fail-safe I possibly can so that she knows that this is just working. I'm getting this money for my wife.
Exactly.
And I think he's done that. I don't think
he hasn't, though. I just gave you examples of how he hasn't. He's taking meetings in his office privately. There's conference rooms. Alcohol is available, so they're drinking while they're working. All of that is him literally setting himself up. And then he gets to have the plausible deniability of like, well, I didn't initiate it with her, but you also didn't stop the circumstances from being created where this could happen.
All right.
And in the age of social media, honey, let's do Zoom. Let's do something, let's meet virtually. Knowing that there's a connection there, you should have decreased any type of possibility for something to happen.
Right.
If you can love Phillip's character down all you want and him phenotypically presented as a black man, but like, to me, loving a character also is holding that character accountable, Kofi. It's not to make you feel defeated or pointing out all of these very real areas of opportunity for Phil. And I feel like you need to root for him, not just in name only, but like root for him to actually be better and be accountable to his shit.
That's a fair point. I'm not going to say like I'm going to give him a pass because I agree with Lawrence and everybody. Like, he should have said something.
Yeah,
I mean,
definitely should have said something.
He should have said something, but he also should be moving in a way like let's take it away from the romance, right? I look at white people specifically as it pertains to the conversation around racism. Everybody might not be racist, but if you're not anti-racist, then you are of concern as well. So Phillip needs to be moving in a way of like anti-adultery, anti-not considering my damn wife's feelings, like proactively facilitating certain things so that things go a certain way versus just lackadaisical, like I'm gonna go with the flow and then wondering how the fuck the flow brought lips onto his lips.
I think what Erica's saying is, she wants him to work on his inner self, on his inner man as well. Yeah, you love your family, but what about those other layers that you need to unlock as a man? You know what I'm saying?
And he can't properly love his family until he does that.
I feel that.
I feel that too. I mean, look, I'm gonna see how this is gonna play out in the rest of the season. I'm interested to see, like, is he even gonna go for this open marriage? Because I'm assuming it's gonna be Vivian that brings his open marriage to the table. Because damn sure Phil ain't gonna bring this up. Like,
of course not.
Wait, where did the whole open marriage thing come from? Did I miss it?
One of her fucking friends bring it up.
It was in the trailer, I think.
And I'm just God, this is why you gotta be careful who you friends with.
They released a trailer for what's coming up in this season of Bel-Air. So, and that was one of the conversations she had with a friend by the lady that played Milgram on Power. So it's like, yeah, this could be.
Okay, I must have missed it. Yeah, my friends know better than to bring BS to me like that. You don't do that. Like,
she was like, yeah. She was like, yeah, girl, what about that open marriage kind of thing? And Viv was like, what? She was clutching her pearls like, oh my God.
She's not an open marriage type of girl.
She's
so what
not.
Kind of friend are you?
She really
She not.
He is the personification of what an ideal black woman should be. Like, I don't see Vivian even entertaining that for real. Like,
It's just like Tinashe said. I gotta get somebody to match my freak. You dig what I'm saying?
I don't know. I disagree. I think Vivian may entertain the option. I mean, because
Naturally.
Vivian right now has a wandering eye. Granted, things aren't good with her and Phil right now, but her eye is definitely wandering. So I
Mm.
honestly feel she may entertain the option of an open marriage because, frankly, that's what they're kind of doing right now. I mean, Phil is doing what he wants to do, whether it was just a kiss or not. Vivian eye is wondering. She's looking at the chef and things of that sort. So she may say, hey,
How can
let's
you
try
not
this.
look at the chef though? God,
How can you not?
You
I
don't
mean,
think
Phil is
that
not.
there's potential red flags with this dude? Like, you just can't
Sharif
go
is
based
like
off
a next
looks.
level.
I'm not going based off
Sharif
of
is next
looks. I'm
But
going
level.
I
off
don't
of
think
looks.
she's
I'm
going
going off of
based off looks.
tacos. I'm going off of
Can we get a
I'm
accent.
going
sample?
off of
I'm
looks.
going off of
I'm
Look,
going
I'm
intense
off
trying
of
to
ass
looks.
make.
eye contact.
I don't care.
I mean,
Look,
he
I'm
giving
not
it to
trying
Viv.
to hate
I'm
on
going
my
off of
African brother
looks.
now, but I
I'm
need a
going
going
off
off
of
background
of
check.
aura. Philip got a spiteful spirit to him, it feels. And Sharif feels a little bit more free.
He
Look,
I
I'm
don't
not.
does.
think they
He
understand each
does.
other's love languages anymore. I think Vivian has kind of shifted, and now it's kind of, what am I doing? It's their love languages that they're not even speaking the same language anymore. So I don't know.
And
You
all
know,
the Banks men just not having good luck when it comes to love. Philip slipping. Will can't stop keeping
Phillips
his
is not
eyes off
even
Lee.
luck. This is his own doing.
Right. I'm
It is.
saying.
I would say
I
Carlton's not
know.
having good luck because he's bewitched as it
That's
pertains
what
to
I'm
that
saying. I'm
mirror
saying
girl.
all the Banks
Oh,
men are
I'd
like they
bewitched.
bewitched. Yeah,
No,
bewitched.
but
what
Phillips'
is
ass
it?
is not bewitched. Phillips is the villain, and he knows what the hell he doing, and he bringing this shit on himself.
What?
And low key,
Honestly,
Will bringing some of this shit
What?
on himself as well. Carlton the
That's
only
what I'm
one who
saying.
get to skate off with like, yeah, I don't know what happened because I think that Amira got his ass like. Carlton don't even realize what's
Wait,
happening right now. He was never
wait.
prepared for in the mirror, so I
He's
100%
a
give you
man
that.
possessed.
No, I, I,
He's
But
a
I
Will
man
can't.
and
possessed.
Phillip,
I can't give Carlton a pass on that. Now you
Me
know what
neither.
you do.
you
You
can't
know
give
Yeah.
what
you
you.
can't give Carlton a pass for a woman that's way outside his league, running laps around him, and she's demonic.
Oh,
Ooh.
demonic.
Well, I didn't
Mm.
know
she
she
do
was
got
demonic.
she just have
I
an
mean,
addiction
I
spirit
Carlton
mean,
don't
about
got
her.
she
no
gives me
problems right now.
demonic vibes. I could just be the only one.
She
But
Children
does
of
have an
children of
addiction
the
spirit
corn
about her
vibes.
though. She does.
She has
is
a very
is it
dark
the hair?
energy.
Is it the
I don't know
hair?
what it is
It's
about
it's
her.
the hair.
There's
It's the
something
hair.
about
It's the
her.
hair.
I
It's the
can't
hair
put
and
my
them
finger on it.
eyebrows.
It's not the
It's
hair.
the
I don't
She
hell
know.
looks
It's
casting.
great,
pretty.
y'all, but like how she moves, like when Carlton came to her and was just like, he had all this positive energy towards her and like uplifting her, she rejected it. But the moment that he was able to like sew into himself and like present positivity for himself, she wanted to latch onto it. And I don't know why, but like immediately for me, she gave me vampire vibes, which lends itself to darkness. Like it feels like she gravitates towards problems and creating problems and chaos. Even in how she like was talking to Vivian at the little fruit bowl, whatever the hell that was, that did not feel as platonic as it typically is when you bump into your boyfriend's mother. It felt like fishing and like, oh, I wonder if I can stir up something.
Hmm. I
Mm.
can't tell if
Because she
she's
knows they're
good
not supposed
or
to be
if she's.
dating. You know what I'm saying? It's like she is. It feels like she likes to like tease and taunt trouble.
But Erica, honestly, to your point, I kind of wonder if this is the reason why she keeps going back into rehab because she said she's a repeat
A
offender
hundred
in the
percent.
rehab process.
A hundred
So
percent.
maybe I wonder why that's honestly the issue. Oh, since I got you to the point about Vivian and Phil, I hope to see this season him doing this pursuit of her because the chef is giving her all the eyes that Mister was giving Suge in Color Purple, like you are my everything. And I think he's gonna clock it and try to maybe win her back, or maybe he may be in this weird space where, the thing he wants versus the thing that he kind of sort of has. I don't know, but he was given the
I
chef was
agree.
giving Viv the look.
I agree, and it sucks because Phillip actually had a chance to learn from this and implement this back with Reed, and he didn't. He lent himself into just I'm jealous, I'm jealous, I'm jealous, versus seeing the areas of opportunity where he is not showing up for his wife and actually stepping in to fill that damn need, and it's presenting itself again. So maybe he's going to do it right this time, but again, I have no faith in Phillip. But you made a valid point.
I do.
None.
I think he about to
Kofi,
get
I
right.
know you got well wishes and care bears for his ass, even though he is literally the villain. Like,
But
we get
he's
it.
not. Carlton to me was more of a villain in this series than Phillip.
Why is Carlton the way that Carlton is?
Because of his daddy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
fair. But
let's wake that up.
I don't know, man. Black men got it hard out here, bro.
And stop correlating Phillip Banks to all black men. If anything, you should create some goddamn distance.
I just, like, he's what, I'm not saying I aspire to be, but I kind of want to be in a sense of being able to get it out the mud and get some finances to be able to take care of my peoples. But I don't want the same attitude that he brings to it where he's aloof and not clocked into what's going on with his family.
I want you to have financial abundance just as much as everybody else, but if you're able to cultivate a beautiful sense of emotional intelligence and amazing communication skills, and you can maintain relationships, both romantic and platonic, in a way that is not just trivial and trite, then I will take that with you making just enough to survive, because I promise you, you will live a very full life without millions of dollars and no actual like social skills that are beneficial to anybody around you that you love.
That's real. But you know, it's we finna see. I'll see how he. I'm gonna keep my eye on him and see what happens next, because I don't think this is gonna be done. This ain't gonna be a one and done thing between the two
I'm
of them.
still trying to figure out why we not giving Carlton a pass for Amira. Y'all really think that Carlton is equipped to handle a girl like him? I mean, a girl like her?
No.
So why he ain't getting a pass? Like, he don't even know that. Like, he can't even see her coming. Like, Carlton has not been in any circumstance that would prep him in any way on how to deal with a woman like Amira.
Carlton needs alone time.
He does.
Being by himself.
He does.
Himself, getting the healing that he possibly, that he really does truly need, from coming from being such a cocaine addict. I mean, we're not talking about like a one-time try. He was literally an addict in the worst possible sense, especially causing harm even to Ashley, to his friends. He don't need to be dating nobody. Viv was like, no, leave my child alone. And the minute that he was like, being vulnerable and open to the people in the NA meeting, and she come, oh, I'm sorry, Carlton. I guess I finally see you now. He not ready, especially since the whole thing about her, the speed thing. That's telling like Carlton, she's gonna see you on a fast way to hell, because of how she moves.
Yeah.
And you're gonna hide it.
And even how she dismissed him was so dark. Like, she had to humiliate that boy like that.
And I think he gonna hide it. Like, he's gonna make. Well, Will know, but the rest of the family doesn't know. So
I can't believe I'm actually like clocking in for Will and Carlton. Yeah. I'm liking that little budding bromance. And y'all know I have not been a fan, because Carlton was trying it.
Yeah, well, I do anticipate there may be some bumps along the way with this black
business.
Of course.
Black
business
thing.
Carlton stays in competition with Will, so like it's only a matter of time.
Yeah, that I can still see.
But honestly, just like looking over from the original series up until now, I like that they take that trait from Carlton from the original series and made it into this current series. It's gonna be a thing. Carlton's always gonna not like Will, because Will tends to glide, but almost like, to me, like a black male version of Serena and Blair from Gossip Girl.
Yeah.
One works hard, doesn't really get to where, and one kind of just moves and glides effortlessly. And both somehow seem to work in harmony. I don't know how that flies.
Yeah, they're two different ways of how we view black malehood. You got one who's the classic black male preppy with the rich, lifestyle, and then you got the black male from the hood trying to get it out the mud, and also trying to navigate this preppy world. So it's like the perfect foils of each other. To be quite honest with you. Yeah.
Let's talk about that real quick, y'all, because it's so clear to me that they're making a specific choice in how they're positioning Will this season. And going back and rewatching season 2, where they took him out of the Banks house, they had him sleeping on Jazz's couch and connected with black people in South LA, and feeling like he just had to be grounded in the grit and all of that. And then now, when we open up season 3, he is just so immersed in the country club life, Bel Air, and like even goes as far as, and I think the first episode to tell Carlton like Bel Air is starting to finally feel like home. Do y'all think that there's going to be additional conflict and another rejection of this affluence in him feeling like he's gotten too comfortable and looking at all that he's given up and how he has kind of like assimilated?
Yes. And I think there's always this survivor's remorse kind of going on, where Will has had to struggle to get out of, the hood of Philly, and he sees the other side of it. And now that he sees like money. I like how they even did the Banks making them like super, ultra elite and high and hypermobile, and him kind of figuring out this balance, kind of even maybe seeing like, do I deserve to have all this success? Which of course is the key to their blackness venture. So I think it's gonna still cause tension because Will is trying to fight his father but not playing basketball, but still also trying to move and navigate this space of, do I really deserve all this possibly gonna be coming to me, even if I work hard for it? And still trying to latch on even still to the MMA fighter who is just kind of similar like to Will, struggling to make money and struggling to be, where Will and the Banks are financially.
Yeah.
I still think it's the major thing that's fueling Will right now is, like you just said, trying not to be like his dad.
Lou.
I think that once he addresses that, sits in that, confronts it, and speak on how he feels about that, he's always going to be fueled by, oh, well, my dad feels like, all I'm good at is basketball. I want to do this. I want to do more. I can do more than just basketball. So that is the biggest thing that is fueling him right now, is not being like his daddy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
His resentment and hatred towards Lou is ultimately going to be his Achilles heel. Like, that is going to be the thing, because quitting basketball, I didn't think he had to quit basketball to pursue this generational wealth that he was striving for. He could have done both. I always say, I'm always, yeah, do your school. Like, you can want to be the next Tom Brady or the next LeBron James, but at the end of the day, get your degree, finish school, do all those stuff. So him wanting to do those things, that's fine. But his reasons behind it is ultimately he's probably not even gonna go through it, like fully accomplish what he could have accomplished if all he's thinking is, I can't be like my dad.
Yeah, and I also think it's gonna cause some tension. Even I feel like we're gonna see it also when he and Jazz interact, because you couple Jazz trying to just do it without, like, look at how he's fighting not to even take the help from Uncle Phil and everybody. Like, he wants to do it on his own. While Will's like, there's nothing wrong with us, getting the extra help. We deserve it too. So we might see it manifest like that as well. Yeah, this is going to be an interesting story for Will and how he tries to navigate, this Bel Air, bubble. Like, or does he feel like he's going to lose himself in this as well? Because that's another thing that I haven't really considered, which they could dive deep into if we being honest.
Yeah.
So a lot of interesting.
I think that this part is dope. Like, it is hard to watch. I could totally see it being triggering, but I would imagine that this could be very powerful for tons of black men who are struggling with daddy issues and watching Will navigate this and having such visceral reactions and turning away from something that's very innate to him, specifically because it's associated with my dad, and then learning of like how destructive of a decision that is, and you don't have to do all of that. Like, figuring out where he falls in accepting his father for who he is as he is, and how much of his father is actually in him and not feeling shame or guilt or frustration about it. I think that just is so dope to explore.
Honestly, I would love for them to see and to demonstrate through media what it's like to heal a father wound between a son and a father. I think that would be beautiful for everyone across the cultural board, period.
Yeah. What do y'all think, or what do you think you would need to see to feel like that's the conversation that they're trying to have? Or like, how do you think Will could go about healing his father wound with Lou?
Honestly, I think it would need to be conversations. I'm sorry, I mean, cut anybody off.
No, go for it.
Conversations, but also acceptance. Will has to accept Lou's a part of him. He's half his DNA, and he keeps trying to fight the fact that it's not there and trying to do everything to separate himself from Lou. So you got to accept, hey, this is what my father is, accepting also his flaw, accepting Lou's flaws, and also accepting Will's flaws as well, saying, I may have a part of you in me, but that doesn't really truly define me. And them really having actually hard conversations. And I like the fact that even though he's in community with Geoffrey and Uncle Phil, he's still gonna need harder conversations. And maybe honestly, he might even need to ugly cry. Like it may need to be full-fledged, ugly emotion releasing so he gets some actual healing, which I know is not the most macho masculine thing to show on television, especially for black men. But maybe we need to see some ugly crying, some like some maybe even some breakdowns where Will is just broken to the point where he realizes that I can finally begin to maybe move on and heal from this hurt that I've been holding on to. I don't have to struggle to make it. I don't have to be like him to make it. I don't have to suffer. I can actually use the platform that's been given to me and grow from there.
Yeah. I think he's going to have that tough conversation with his dad. Like we saw in this trailer, like he, Uncle Phil, and Lou, I think, are sitting in this barbershop and they talking. So the story ain't gonna be over. Like I think at the end of the day, that's still your father, and you got to make peace with him before. You don't want to go life like still holding this ill word towards him, and then if something were to happen to him, you have the regret of, damn, I wish I would have, made amends with him before he passed away. And we saw how it. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Go ahead. Sorry, I thought you were done.
I was saying, like, we saw, in All American how Spencer made peace with Corey before he died, and even though it sucked, he still got that closure he needed from his father.
Yeah.
I kind of want that for Will and Lou.
Yeah.
And I just know Marlon Wayans is gonna act down, man. And I'm here for it, bro.
Killing it.
Yeah.
Killing it. I love this for him. But what do y'all think Will wants from Lou? Because I understand the trauma and I understand the hurt, but in watching Lou pop back up and he had the visceral reaction of he don't want nothing to do with him, and yet he pop up at the damn barbershop. I am struggling to figure out what it is that Will wants from Lou that he has yet to be able to figure out how to communicate.
He wants his daddy.
I think Will wants a father. I think he does want a father. Like, Uncle Phil is great. Geoffrey's great. He has male figures in his life that are there for him. But that connection between a father and a son, like, he sees that with Carlton and Phil. He sees, like, he wants that for himself. He's never going to admit it that he wants it. But he wants his Lou to step up and be the dad that he wasn't all those years ago. And he wants it now.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. In full transparency, my dad and I, we weren't close when I was growing up. But the older I got, the more mature I became, the more closer that me and my dad became closer. He wants that relationship with his daddy. Moms, they're great. I was raised by my mother. But it's a totally different situation when you're talking about your daddy. Yeah. When you have those conversations that you never possibly could have had with mama, but you can have with daddy. So he wants his daddy in his life. He just is struggling with how to get to that point. And I really hope he gets there. But because, like you said, life is short. You don't want something to happen to him. You got all these unanswered questions. You won't, he needs to go ahead, have that conversation. I don't even want him to have it with Uncle Phil around. It just needs to be them two, father, son, talking it out, getting to some type of solution, and moving forward. That's what I think.
Yeah.
And I think that's like Kofi brought up that comparison with Spencer. I think that's probably in my mind that's the only way that we get to see it is I think Will I don't see a scenario unless Lou's in some life or death close scenario or he's dying or something where will admit, yes, I want this or like fully like let out all those emotions, all those feelings and what he wants from his father.
Yeah.
Like there has to be something serious that would cause him to do it because he's not just gonna like one day come back and be like, "Oh, kumbaya, I want you to be my dad." Something serious, I think, would have to happen for him to admit all those things that he is feeling.
Yeah, that I agree. That's the only scenario in which I would see it happen. But you don't want to live with no regrets. I know homeboys that never made amends with their dads, and then they told me like they lived. That's their number one regret. That I never made amends with my father before he passed. I don't want that for Will.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Curly K says, I also think Lou is waiting on Will to let him know that he's completely open to it.
Yeah. There's that aspect too. I only think Phil is there in that promo because he probably doesn't want what happened in the first season to pop off. So it's like maybe there as a mediator or something. I don't know. There's that aspect, but it's. It, I wish we would have gotten more background in Lou in terms of what happened to that, and that's another thing. Like I assume that Lou and Phil like grew up in the same environment, same circumstances. So how did Lou go from being this basketball star to somebody that didn't have money while Phil was able to accumulate all this wealth? Like I wish I like
I don't
that's
think that
one
they came from
aspect.
the same place. Like, I don't think they might have both had to pull themselves up by the bootstraps, but they weren't like childhood friends.
I thought they were
Yeah, and
brothers.
like Lou said, Lou like he put all his
I think
eggs
they
in the
met when they were
basketball
dating
bat.
the sisters.
Aren't they brothers though? Lou and Philip?
No.
No,
You sure?
Yes.
Yep.
They
they're
met
Oh,
not
when they were
brothers.
mating this. They met when were dating the sisters.
oh, okay. See, I'm tripping. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah. Yeah.
Honestly, I think just adding to the conversation, I think it's more forgiveness, acceptance, and validation. There's nothing like when a parent says, "I'm proud of you. You did a good job. I
Mm-hmm.
love you." Period. Nothing like that. And so he always had it from his mom, but to get it from the other parent, especially when you see Will and Vivian dote on Ashley, Carlton, and Hilary, it's in your face. And now you see Geoffrey with his son, though it's not the same. It's in my face. And yet
Yeah,
me and my father aren't getting along. So I think it's that for Will, what he needs.
I can see that.
Yeah.
Did
A
we
lot of
talk about
interesting
everything?
stories. I think we didn't really mention Carlton. Like we mentioned him and his girl, but Carlton we didn't really.
Carlton is in my
Uh,
prayers, honey.
I fear he'll crash out. Like I'm afraid he finna crash out, and I'm gonna hate it.
Addiction is definitely something that is difficult, and
Mm-hmm.
without the proper support system, consistent counseling, all of that good stuff, it's easy for an individual to fall back into remission and going back and doing the same thing again. And with the issues, like he overheard his parents arguing, stuff like that, anything could trigger
Yep.
his addiction. And I'm scared that the issues with Viv and Philip and all these other issues, it's going to trigger him, and he's going to go back right back down that hole again.
Yeah, I'm waiting for that conversation when the trailer's like, I don't want you guys just to look at me as some druggie or something like that. Like, I'm waiting for that. I think he's talking. He's either saying that to Aunt Viv or he's saying that to Philip or he's saying that to both. Like, I'm waiting for that conversation and I'm curious to see where that is stemming from because, like,
What
I
do you
want to know where
mean?
that. Ugh.
He has an
It,
addictive personality. Like, the more we watch, it's clear. Like, him and this falling for Amira, it's like, boy, you might have gave up the cocaine, but now you on the cooch. Like, you gonna have to go cold turkey with everything. You seeking anything outside of yourself and giving power to anything outside of yourself is the problem, Carlton.
No, if they break up, I see that as the reason. Like he'll go back if she leaves him.
Mm.
Oh damn!
I mean, I
You
feel
don't
like
think?
he's on the brink, period. Like, I think the not getting Princeton thing is still going to weigh heavily on him. Feeling like he can never get his parents' trust back is going to be weighing on him. Like, he's going to be on the freaking edge for the foreseeable
But
future.
Vivian didn't really help him now because I think even I know Carlton lied to Vivian to her face multiple times, and I get it. She's a little upset, but I feel like she needs to show a little more compassion to the situation because, honey, it will trigger him to go back again, and now you'll be right back feeling like, oh, we failed him. But you have to sometimes think about how you are approaching the situation. I know you're upset. I know you, yeah, but you know, sometimes a few
I
times she
feel
was really
that.
cold to him.
I
She
feel
was really
that.
cold to
But for
him.
her to have never given him this before, I'm letting it slide because Carlton, he knows it, or at least knew how to play Vivian specifically, and he played with
Yes,
that. And
he
her
did.
realizing
He did.
that, I could only imagine a gut punch that is of like you altruistically just loving your baby boy and seeing the best for him, and he literally exploited it on purpose,
He
100%
was high.
cognitively, willingly.
He was high though. He was on. I'm
He
not
wasn't
making
always
excuses
high
for
when he
Carlton.
did it.
I'm not going to make any excuses for him. But
I
when
get
you're
it how
in
it's like
recovery,
cold. I get how it's cold, but I felt like at least the first time that she said it, I felt like it needed to be said because there is something to be said about yes, you could be triggered into relapsing, but also you can be coddled into relapsing too.
exactly, that's true too.
That's why
But
I feel
there
like
has to be a happy median
Yeah.
because being cold with him all the time, that's not going to help the situation. Coddling him is not going to help the situation. They need to have a conversation, a family meeting. Hey, this is what's really going on. Like Ashley said, everybody's sitting around the table, kumbaya. No, we need to find out, Carlton, what happened at rehab. What did you realize at rehab? We need to
But
have these
also
tough conversations.
Carlton needs to also take the onus on him. He's like allowing himself to focus on feeling the way about how things have to change. But it's like, sir, they were always going to change. You are a recovering addict. If this door got to come off, it got to come off. If the lock got to be on the damn alcohol, it got to be on the alcohol. And I feel like he's putting entirely too much energy into why does things have to change versus, okay, these are all things that are helping me be set up for success.
that's why I think that that's the comment he's making towards Vivian. I don't think he's making that because Quiet has kept, even though Phil was highly disappointed in him in season two, like towards the end of that season, you saw he came in, gave him a hug, and gave him that compassion that he needed. So I
They
think
kind of trade places this season. Phillip and Vivian traded places as it pertains to Carlton.
Carlton, I think Philip's gonna be the one to like take it easy on Carlton, while Vivian might be the you know, I won't say
Disciplinarian.
bad cop, but that's what it's giving. And I'm inclined to think that's the he's making that comment. I'm not just some drug addict or something. I think he's making that comment towards her
But
because
even that statement feels manipulative in nature because we know
Yeah,
that.
because sir, you are a drug addict. You are.
We
That
know
is
that
who
you're
you
not
are.
just a drug addict, but you are a drug
Right.
addict.
You are. You are a drug addict.
yeah,
You're a recovery, but you are.
yeah. I just this is setting up for an OD. This
Curly
is
K
really
says I
setting.
also thought that had the thought that I wonder what else Carlton is doing to stay clean. Like, does he have a sponsor? Is he in counseling? We see him go to meetings, but that
Yeah.
was to find a mirror. Exactly.
Well, the second time he went, that wasn't for her. Like that was for him going generally. So,
And then she
but
ruined
yeah,
it by making it about her once he got out. So now he back on the wrong mind. Because
but
he's not even supposed to
frankly,
be in a relationship this early out.
I fear an OD is coming. Like, and I don't think he's gonna willingly try and go back to drugs, I think something's finna go down in which he'll go back into drugs. I don't
But
know
just
what that.
imagine Carlton without a mirror. He can't really talk to his parents. He can talk to Will somewhat. But imagine no Amira in the picture at all. Where would Carlton be?
You know
What
what?
would
I
he
love
be?
that question because my first thought is Ashley.
Nah, Ashley ain't
I
feeling
would
him like that.
I would rather him lean in and rely on Ashley than I would for Amira. Because at least you know what her intentions are. She wants the best for you. Honestly.
Yeah,
Mm.
taking him some energy early on, but then I guess I
But
don't know what
accountable
shifted.
energy. He threatened her ass when she caught him red-handed.
Oh yeah,
I
Yeah.
think that she's the
I don't.
perfect person to like. You want to talk about something? Yeah, she's a younger sister, so okay, cool. It takes a certain level of humility to be able to like bring yourself down to be able to do that. But like, Ashley would be the perfect person
Yeah,
to
I
make
don't
your
fault her
person.
for like I don't fault her for that. Like that was a given. I'm just wondering what shifted for her to embrace him after that first episode. I mean that's kind of what because I thought that she
Well,
was
he
gonna
made the whole
keep it.
comment of like, take your time. Remember?
Okay.
And that's still her big brother. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, he said what he said, threatened her or whatever. But at the end of the day, that's still her
Mm-hmm.
big brother. And she wants the best for him.
Yeah.
And I feel like at the end of the day, if he needed somebody to talk to, I feel like she would.
And
But
she would respect it because she wants so desperately for people to be real and to drop the bullshit. So
right,
I feel like if he didn't have a mirror, he could literally lean on Ashley. And honestly, if he didn't have a mirror, he probably could see Ashley clearer.
yeah,
Yeah, that's a good point.
yeah.
Oh, there's so much that's going on, and
It
it's only been three.
is. But it's good
Uh,
though. I'm glad they didn't give us no dud ass start of the season.
I don't even know. Like, how do you follow up with what happened at the end of episode 3? Like, that's what I want to know. Like, yeah, man.
Well, we're gonna get into this Phil and Vivian thing heavily, I'm sure, and then they're gonna start off with Lamarcus in the hospital and
I
Hilary
mean,
crying
Team
hysterically.
Viv all
I don't
day.
know why they ended it like nobody gave a nobody gave a
Micah,
y'all ended it on Lamarcus like
Micah, why
anybody
are you
cared.
like this? Micah, you
Yo,
be
low
saying
key,
all the things that people be thinking, but we will never say.
low
Like
key,
it
that
was
Marcus thing was a trigger because that reminded me of DeMar Hamlin of the Buffalo Bills. What happened
Yes, yes,
a few years
Oh, I
ago?
don't watch football,
yes,
so I don't know.
oh
yes.
no,
He got
Yeah,
I
up
did
and
watch
fell
that.
right
That
back
is
down.
tragic. That is
Yes.
tragic. That was a very tragic accident.
Oh, see, there's a point of reference for it, Micah. See that?
I'm sorry. I can't take the fact that it's gonna prolong Jazz and Hilly. I'm sorry. But the Hamlin, that was tragic. That was tragic. But this not the same.
maybe that was a reference to it because he took a hit. He looked fine, and then the dude just collapsed. I'm like, oh shit, like this is serious. So,
What if he
uh,
loses football? What if he can't play football again?
Hilary gone.
So,
Hilary
Hillary
gone.
well,
gone.
she already gone either way.
see,
But
Hillary
then I would
gone.
consider that then I
already
would consider it
gone.
very superficial. Like you with this man because he can play, like that's superficial. I don't think she'd do it for that. Like that'd be way superficial. No.
Well, that's why she went with him to
I
Paris
mean,
on the private jet.
she was gonna leave
Superficial.
him either way. So if it just so happens that he can't play football, it's just the circumstances. It's bad circumstances. It may look bad, but it's not like she's not leaving him because he doesn't have money. She's leaving him because she don't like him, like the nigga. Like it's
Yeah, there's that.
Y'all drop
Too.
whatever other questions or things that you want us to explore in the chat. Sandrika
wait,
said,
doesn't
I
Jazz?
feel, hold on one second, Micah. Sandrika said, I feel that it's dangerous for him, meaning Carlton, to want to get clean to not embarrass the family. Had he not gotten caught, would he have come clean? Carlton has to want to get clean for Carlton by any means. I think that there's a point there.
Mm.
Ooh, a valid point.
Does Jazz get hurt this season? I thought in
That's
the
what we
trailer
thought
I
the
saw
trailer was, but
like
maybe it was Lamarcus. Y'all swore me up and down that it was
I
Jazz on that
gotta
damn
rewatch
stretcher.
it because I thought it was Jazz and like he had blood or something. Maybe I need to rewatch that.
But it's most likely, it's more likely it is Lamarcus, and like Micah said, it's going to prolong this thing between Jazz and Hilary because, quiet as it's kept, you can see it all over her face. She ain't over this man. She may not want to admit it, but actually know she in love with this man. Ivy even clocks that there's still something there, so it's like, why are you fighting yourself? Why are you?
Honestly, what was Hilary thinking? I think Hilary was trying to first self-sabotage so she could go back to Jazz. Because how you pull up to the niggas training camp
Girl, I was
and
like,
not to play his
in what
first
world, honey?
minutes?
In what world is this not a conversation over dinner later? Why would you do this?
Like it's given she was trying to self-sabotage so she could go. He could let her go and then she could just go back.
And he
That's
could
what it
lose
was
his
given. Because
goddamn
there's
game
no
or
way.
maybe get his neck broke because
Yeah.
he worried about you because you come give him this goofy ass news right before he about to go on the field. Like, honey, what?
He
And you
looks
come,
so goofy
and
walking.
you
She's
come
like,
out there
oh
with his
no, oh
number
no.
on,
Looking all
girl,
cute.
looking all cute, and they had his number on and all this stuff to tell him some bullshit. Oh, I kissed
Oh,
it.
I kissed my
Really,
ex. Really?
really.
Seriously? No. No.
Hilary be in rare form, honey.
Hillary's not. She's not that foolish. Like, there's no. How did she think that was gonna go down? She was gonna tell him. He was gonna be like, "Oh my God, thank you for being so honest. I forgive you," and move on.
Do y'all feel that Ashley is being
No
done
way.
dirty or is it because of her age?
How is she being done dirty?
Being done dirty,
I
like
think in
in terms
reference
of
to like the amount
storyline.
of screen time and the lack of story, people have been saying that for quite a while. She's really kind of played the background a lot.
I actually don't mind it.
I think it's her age. I think it is her
Yeah,
age.
I mean,
But I think she will have a
what?
story this season.
Yeah, what do you want to see her and the white girl make out and stuff? What I mean, what are y'all asking for that? I'm just saying. I don't mind her. I don't mind her role currently. And then as she gets older, maybe a little more screen time. But what she's doing, I feel like, has been beneficial.
Mm-hmm.
I will say that.
I would
Her
agree.
insight. So I
She's
feel like what
everybody's
she's
type.
in, she's good. Right.
Yeah.
And they
I just
will
rewatched
benefit
it.
from
It is
listening to her.
Jazz. Yeah, it is that. It's not Jazz. It's Lamarcus on the table. I just rewatched the trailer. It's Lamarcus.
And I think she's about to have a lot more story. So,
Yeah.
because I think her thing is her family not being real.
Mm-hmm.
Is that comment she made to Olivia saying, "Yeah, it looks good on the outside, but yeah." So, dang, she just wants them. She wants like Deja. Let's just be honest. Let's just be real. Like she wants that. So,
Come on, Coco,
we'll
with the
see.
references. They top tier.
Yeah, I know. Here all week.
Hilary
So
was
it's
just trying
like,
to clear her conscience. She ain't thought nothing about that other stuff, period, with her little selfish ass. That was a selfish decision to walk up in that boy's scrimmage like that, ready to tell him beforehand.
yeah,
I think it was her way of like giving herself an out though, because there's no way. You know, there's consequences with saying what you were about to say. You know, it wasn't gonna go down.
Yeah.
Yeah, because she easily could have waited till after practice or left him a message. Hey, can you come by the house? I got something. You know, let's talk. Let's go to dinner or something like that. Don't go to the man's bread and butter and break that type of news.
I'm trying to figure out what the end game is for that conversation. Like,
she played like, oh, I'm just gonna tell him and it's gonna be all good.
Do you think?
Hilary, please.
Do you think he will go and confront Jazz?
If she said something? No,
I don't think he would. I think that I don't know, but we don't know enough about Lamarcus, I guess, yet. But if I was to like speculate, I feel like he would still be in it. He wouldn't dump her, but he would like punish her in
Yes.
some way.
I think he would confront Jazz. I don't think he would hit him or anything. I think he would just go up to him and maybe flash some kind of, oh, I can give her this and you can't type, and say something like that to him. And more
Yeah.
of like, oh, the kid meant nothing. She wants me, like something like that. I feel like that's what he would do.
And that would probably make him unlikable to me. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, Lamarcus really
I mean,
hasn't
he
done.
already unlikable, so.
I mean,
That's
he
because
hasn't
you like
really-
Jazz. He has not done nothing. Go ahead, Coco, because you about to say he hasn't done nothing as a character to be disliked, right?
Right. Like, he just came in. He said that
He's there.
he wants her
there.
back.
He's
And,
alive and breathing and in our faces and in Hillary's face. So he's done something.
Listen, I've already planted my hate flag on Jackie's hill, so I can't hate no other character for just existing.
So.
Nikki
Oh, no,
Baby
my
says
flag- my
Hilary
hate
was
flag
not
is
going
on
to say
Phil.
anything about the kiss if Ashley didn't say anything.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, it was still weighing on her.
But she
It's
wasn't going to say
amazing to me.
nothing. She literally told Ivy that she felt so guilty after Ashley clocked it.
I'm amazed at how much of a writer Ashley is for Jazz. Like, she's like, when she told him, just to let you know I was rooting for you, like, that's real. Like, that is so real. Like,
She's literally us. She represents Team Jazz on the show. She represents all of us.
yeah,
Ashley
that's
is
But
That
Ashley
was-
Ashley, even though Ashley's young, she appears to be a good judge of character.
Mm-hmm.
So she really riding for Jazz. 'Cause I think she really feels like Jazz is good for her sister. The rest of these guys, not so much. I mean, Jazz is real, and she
Yeah.
feels like Jazz will be good for her sister.
Yes.
yeah.
Is there any?
I mean,
I've been
Lamarcus
thinking
is
this,
not
y'all.
a bad guy.
And I'm not trying to create a narrative, but I've been thinking it, so I'm just going to offer it up here since this is the first live of the season. Is there anything to the fact that Ashley is lighter than the rest of them? Do y'all think?
Ooh.
I did not.
I didn't even think about that.
Wait, what you say?
No.
Wow.
Michael, what you say?
I was saying I didn't even think about, like, I didn't even, like, wasn't picturing it at all until you just brought it up that she is lighter than them.
Is she adopted?
Not if she adopted.
I've been wondering
I don't
because
think
it's
she-
so
that
clear.
is
Like all the
crazy.
rest of them are chocolate as hell, and there go
Yes.
Ashley.
No.
Did
what-
Vivian
I-
have them? I
affair?
don't know.
with
I
who?
don't know. I don't know. Maybe there's a previous love interest coming out of the woodworks. We never know.
Or don't let us be in our family business bag. Is this Philip's child that she has taken in?
Oh, good. Are we going there now?
I'm
That'd be
just
some good
asking,
drama.
Kofi. I'm not.
That'd be some
I'm
good
not putting
drama.
anything on anybody. But in the first 3 episodes, like we already gone 2 seasons and watched them, but like it's even more prevalent for me in this season. I'm like, damn, Ashley looks so different than everybody.
She does.
Yeah, she
Yeah,
does.
that'd be a good drama. I don't think they're
Now
gonna do
that
it.
would
but
be a good twist.
That would be good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it would be. And
Ooh, Edis XD says somebody made a joke that it's Erica's child.
I was just thinking
oh
that.
my god! Oh my god!
Ain't nothing funny
When
about
I
that.
tell y'all, when I
Oh
tell
my-
you there would be nothing that would keep me off of Philip's ass if Ashley is Erica's.
But if
Oh my-
Ashley's Erica's, then
If y'all would have thought that I
I'm
had
kinda looking
heat
at-
for
I'll be looking
Jackie,
at this sideways.
Ooh.
She got the same complexion, but I'm not putting that in the air. No. That's trolling. 'Cause, damn.
I'm gonna need them to
I
come
mean,
up
has
and give me some
nobody
answers.
ever questioned it or ever thought, hey, let's look at the family photo. Oh, she's a way lighter. I mean, anything can happen, but I mean,
I mean, genetics
But
is a
you know,
weird
it came
thing.
up for me when I saw the scenes of Carlton looking at the family photos, and I'm like, wait a minute.
I mean, genetics is a weird thing, but
It is.
It
I
is.
mean,
I mean,
I just
they
thought
did
I would
something
throw it
like
out
that
there
in
because it was
the
on my mind. It might come up later on.
It could be.
I don't
I
know.
hope it don't come out in the heat of the moment when they're arguing and stuff, and it just slips out.
Yeah, that would be terrible.
That would be horrible. That'd be probably worse than a divorce.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that would really make Carlton crash out. If I'm gonna be honest, like,
well, he
But
can't
then,
do that
honestly, if
behind
that
that.
was like,
He can't. That would be a very selfish decision. Carlton cannot crash. He could crash out behind a divorce, but he cannot crash out about Ashley paternity because she would need his ass. So he better pull it together.
well,
the thing is, if that was like to be true, then I'd be looking at Viv sideways because, like, so he cheats, has a baby with her. You taking this baby and you've been sleeping in the same bed with him and living with him for all these years.
But it will also strengthen
Oh.
her intuition, specifically as it pertains to Erica.
yeah,
Yeah,
there's
but then,
that.
like,
Mm.
after all of that, you and Phil, like, I mean, she and Phil before now have been like together.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't want to touch a man that did that
Me
ever
neither,
again.
child. You and me both.
Well, she hadn't touched him in over 30 days, so
It's not.
Yeah, we talking about. She's how old is Ashley?
I think she's
She's
like
12.
13.
she's
13, I
13,
think.
13.
12, 13.
13.
Yeah, so she would have been with him for all those years still.
Oof.
Ooh.
I hope they address it because now at this point it's becoming an elephant in the room.
Yeah.
I feel like they're gonna address it this season. I feel like it's gonna get to the point, a boiling point between Vivian and Phillip, that a lot of things probably will hit the surface. Yes.
I could totally see that.
So yeah. And then of course,
especially if they go to see a divorce attorney and they start talking about assets and shit and dividing this shit,
Yep.
a lot of it could get really nasty.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then but and then there's the Frederick of it all, and like they put the family in danger. It's just so many moving parts that it's stressing me out for real. Like, damn. It's so much.
This whole season is spanned over the summer.
Yeah.
Just the summer. Okay.
Yeah, the summer. It's summertime.
How many episodes is it?
10.
10.
10.
And we're already at 3. So I predict around maybe episode 6, 7, there's gonna be a major shift,
or there
leading
might be
to the finale.
It might be a revelation, something like that.
Yes, yes.
I could see that. I could totally see that.
Yeah.
I hope they don't just drop one
don't let
episode.
Hilary be pregnant. Don't let Hilary be pregnant.
Oh, bless her heart.
Lamarcus.
Cora says, "How do you guys think the kids will react if the marriage collapses?"
Oh, it'll be a disaster.
Well, we know how Carlton's gonna feel. Hilary's like almost an adult, so I don't know if it would have the same effect like it would have on Carlton and Ashley.
I think Ashley would go and live with Hilary.
Yeah.
I could see Will trying to get them back together or like fight for the family. Carlton's crashing out. Ashley is just like, I told you all, you a bunch of lying hoes, and then go to live with Ash. I mean, go to live with Hilary.
Put it on a beat. Put it on a track.
Yeah.
Anything
else, y'all? Any last thoughts that y'all want to share before we get up off of here?
I just know that well, like Micah said, this Jazz Hilary thing is gonna delay because of Lamarcus's health scare, but I do anticipate that there's going to be a baby please moment, like not at the wedding, but maybe Jazz is just gonna humble himself and just say what's on his heart and try and get his girl back. And it's up to Hillary if she wants to reciprocate. Now, do I think she still love that man? I do. So if that's the case, I'm gonna need Jazz to speak his piece before she decides to wear that white dress and walk down the altar. So yeah, and then Phil, just step up, man, and be there for your wife. And if she brings up this open marriage idea, uh do not just go along to get along. Don't go for it. I'm just saying it's not gonna end well. It's not gonna work. It's just not gonna work. I'm sorry. It's just not gonna work. And then Carlton, I need you to stay sober and maybe cut things off with Amira because I don't think it's gonna end well for you if you continue to be with this girl. So it's given codependent, and you don't need that. It's like trading one drug for another. Oh, I hate that for you. And finally, Will. Well, I mean, you locked in with Lisa, so I'm gonna need you to
Don't fuck it
whatever.
up.
Well, that and then whatever you got with Jackie or whatever is still harboring you, I need you to figure that out and like just deal with that before you decide to move forward. Because if you're still carrying this torch for her, it's not fair to you and Lisa if you're going to be still in this relationship. So that's kind of where I'm at with the whole situation. So that's it, I
Yeah,
guess.
I think with that whole Will and Lisa and Jackie situation, I think it's more or less he doesn't really want to be with Jackie. Honestly, I don't think he does. But I think Jackie possesses some qualities that Lisa doesn't have that intrigues Will,
Hoeing.
and I think that is what connects him with Jackie because Jackie has some qualities that Lisa may not possess, and Lisa may not.
Swindling, hoeing ass tendencies.
Yep.
But he's. I mean, you like what you like, and so
And he a
Lisa may
hustler too.
have.
I get it. He a hustler, whatever.
Yeah, so
I mean,
Lisa
I
may,
just wanted to
you
put a name
know,
to some of the tendencies and some of the qualities that the hoe have. Hoeing
I mean,
and swindling.
we act like this isn't true to
Kofi,
real
it ain't
life.
your turn. You already said it.
This is
I mean, we can't act like. I mean, let's be honest. I mean, Lisa is Lisa. Jackie is Jackie. It's certain qualities about Jackie that he is intrigued with. Lisa wasn't ready to put a title to what they had. So,
After he
in all
dragged her
actuality,
ass through the mud and she already
fuck
professed that he
it.
shut her down because he was too busy running after the hoe. Why she a hoe?
well,
Because she
my
want to
thing
get with
is,
me. She a hoe
you
because she
can't.
sending her coochie through the mail.
You can't be mad at the man.
Look,
You didn't
it
want to put a
looks
title to
good.
anything.
I can't be mad at the
That
man
is-
because it's his fault she
It's
didn't feel
the
safe enough to
fact.
put a title to it this time around.
It's the facts.
The
I'm
facts
just
are,
saying.
when she professed her love to this boy at the top of that damn boat and he was running around South LA thinking he was hard and he was that guy, he played in that girl's face. So I wouldn't be running back flipping either to try to get back into a relationship with him after this boy already shut my ass down on good and damn well I'm the best thing that ever happened to his whole ass.
Well, you can't be mad if the man looking elsewhere if you're not ready to put a title to it. I
This
mean,
is
you
what
know,
I'm saying, bro. Like, let's
And
be
you saying some
real,
bullshit, Kofi, that's fine, but you saying some bullshit. It's okay.
man. It's just we just got to be real here now.
That is
Like,
being
come on.
real. Just like Phillip cannot be mad that Viv got wandering eyes because he created a circumstance where he's neglecting his goddamn wife. He
well, I don't think Phil is mad.
yes he is.
No, I don't think so.
Phillip is
I think
100%
I think
mad,
Vivian
and
is
that's why
more
he's
upset than he
retaliating the
is.
way that he is. He's trying to seem like the supportive husband, so because he don't want to be perceived as a dick. But he has been pissed ever since she started to like cultivate some autonomy for herself and go after her own shit.
I don't know if he's ever presented
Yep.
that. Like,
Yeah,
Yes, he
I don't
has.
know.
Okay. Anyway, back to the hoe and back to Will, because y'all are trying to validate the fact that Lisa asked for it because she didn't want to get this man the title. Meanwhile, this boy was scared because he knew good and goddamn well that he played in this girl's face the first time. So they both was damn scared. Y'all not gonna put that shit on Lisa.
All right, look, if that's your man,
she didn't stand her ass at the top of that damn yacht at Ashley party and lay it all out on the line, and that boy looked at her like she was barely a friend and said, "Yeah, no, sweetie, I got my eyes elsewhere."
Boy, he hadn't really locked in on Jackie.
That's not the point. She already did that, so y'all want her to do it again? Hell to the no! I'd have been biding my goddamn time as well. Ain't nobody playing with y'all goofy ass niggas.
Okay, then if we not together, then you can't get mad at old girl.
Okay, so then Jazz can't be mad. Jazz can't be mad about nothing.
What do you mean? Jazz
can't be mad about nothing. They not together. He can't be mad about nothing.
I don't think Jazz is mad about it either. Jazz
you don't think Jazz is mad? Jazz called this girl Flojo and said, Jazz not mad? Okay, now y'all just trying to say some things.
He's within his right to feel how he feels.
He's within his right to feel how he feels, but y'all want to scapegoat Lisa feeling how she feel and not actually being the first to initiate them being in a official relationship.
But she can feel how she want to feel, but the man is still single at the end of the day. So you can't really get upset if he has a wandering eye at
okay,
Jackie.
Have your wandering ass eye. Have it.
That's fine, but eventually, looks will get you so far and no further, because eventually Will is gonna want to have a conversation with Jackie, and she does there's nothing there. There's no substance. It's all superficial.
If there's no substance, why does he keep giving them? What do I want to describe it like? I'm enamored. I'm intrigued.
Because she's fine.
Duh! Literally, which is the problem. Kofi, you just heard me sit on this live for the first hour and scream at the top of my goddamn lungs, and you really asked that question?
Well, no, I'm trying to figure out, like, there's got to be more.
There's nothing to be figured out. She's the pretty biracial. That's all she needs in this life of sin.
Why does there gotta be more?
All she needs in this life of sin is her exoticism. That's it. Which is why it makes it so insidious that they have Will gawking at this girl so much, because she quite literally doesn't have much of nothing to offer except for her beauty.
Yeah, because it's just, to me, it just be shallow on his part just to be for her just because of her looks. There's got to be something else.
No, it don't, Kofi. You niggas are not deep. Y'all are not deep, Kofi. Talking about it gotta be something else because that would just be shallow. Ding dong. Yes. Most niggas are shallow.
Most guys want one thing.
So Will's shallow. So Will's shallow.
Will's interest in Jackie is.
When it comes to Jackie, yeah.
Jackie ride hard for Will though, I think.
Most hood bitches do. Most girls that want the ride or die trait do. But what is she gonna give Will? What is she gonna bring to the table? A beautiful smile and a baby. That's what's awaiting him in that damn relationship. Teen pregnancy.
Pocket. That's real. That's exactly what would happen.
Lawrence is gone, but I remember when we talked about this. I think it was about a year ago or something like.
In the chat.
He said something along the lines of, "Oh, she gonna come back pregnant." And I thought he was joking at the time, but I mean, I don't know. But I just think he need to resolve that before he move forward with his girl. Just me personally.
Did you get to finish? I know I was interrupting him and just trying to add little anecdotes and footnotes to the fact that like you was making very valid points about how Jackie has some things that Lisa don't have.
With this, but that's neither. I don't know. I just hope for the best. I'm rooting for Jazz. I really am. I just need for Jazz to really step up to the plate and really claim his woman, If that's who if he really wants, go for it. Don't just sit in the back and wait and just assume this or that. Just claim your man or your wife, your
that
woman
part.
that you want to be.
I think real quick
with
before we go over there, don't lose your point because I don't think we mentioned this, but I want to mention it like specifically as it pertains to Jazz and Hilary. Like, yes, Hilary has her part in this too. She's definitely playing games, but I also just want to make a note to the mental and emotional labor that Jazz is requiring of Hilary and coming with such heavy insecurities to be with her. It's like, sir, like you said, go for your girl. You want her, go for her, and then stop making it so hard and making it basically a chore for her to be with you because now you come with all of this extra shit.
Right,
Absolutely.
stop making excuses. Stop making excuses.
I don't even like the running thing. Like, it was funny when he said it, but I don't buy it. Like, as much as I don't like Lamarcus and he's in the way, Jazz is also in the way. He's in the way of himself and in turn ruining the relationship. The whole fact that he was insecure, his insecurities is why him and Hilary didn't work out. It's not because she was running, and sadly enough, it's not even because of his trash love confession. It was because he was insecure and couldn't stand on business and be with this woman who was saying she wanted to be with you.
Saying
even
and
after
showing, because do we not recall the goddamn Muslim performance that Hilary pulled out of her ass but had all the best intentions?
Yes, she did. She had the best
he
intentions.
was ride or die, and he got in his own way and lost the best thing that ever happened to him. But it's
And
fine. I
think that's what's eating him up, because he, in the back of his mind, he knows that Hilary was his ride or die, and
exactly. Like,
he screwed
Lamarcus
it up.
never stood a chance. You were the one that got in your own way. Lamarcus is not like Lamarcus is a placeholder.
I'm wondering why then he made the runner comment. Is that just speaking out of a place of hurt?
Because he was mad. You trying to say he not mad? Jazz ass is big mad about a lot of right now.
Yeah, he about
Somebody
to lose
called him
the
bitter.
shop.
I don't necessarily want to call him bitter, but he was definitely giving energy.
He about to lose the shop. He about to lose his car. He lost Hilary. He's in a losing season right now. So anything is liable
and
to come back.
It's better to blame her than to blame himself. I think he needs to go through some self-actualization and realize that you caused this and not the other way around. Like, he's trying to blame everybody. Like, he's trying to blame her, say it's because of her insecurities, but no, that's not what happened. You really think about what happened in the relationship.
And even in Micah, I mean, you said it was a trash confession, but even in his trash confession, it reiterated that it was about me. Like, I'm the one that was insecure, and I just felt like you weren't good enough for me, and that you was going to leave me on the wayside. So, look, man, Jazz, you gotta do what you gotta do. And it's not like she's not feeling you either. Like, Hilary can lie to Ashley, she can lie to herself, she can lie to her parents, she can lie to Ivy, but we know damn well that you love this man. Like, stop playing. We know what time it is. So,
and lie to me.
And I'm sure if you were to say something, she's gonna reciprocate. Period. I just need you to make a move.
The kiss proved that.
Yeah, like, it wasn't even she said Jazz kissed her, but I could have sworn she leaned in.
Okay.
She did.
And then even after, like, what is this? That was your chance.
Yes.
Yeah. But even he said, yo, my bad, I'm sorry, but like I don't know.
You can't fake and hide the chemistry. It's still there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even after a year, you had this dream date with Lamarcus. You went to Paris, y'all did whatever, and all Jazz got to do is say, "Oh, word," that you tell me y'all get this close and y'all make out for like 30 to 40 seconds. So it don't quite as a kept. If she didn't come to that self-realization, that could have ended. Like, that could have gone way more than just a kiss, if you catch my drift. Like, So it's not like y'all ain't still got it. Like, stop playing.
And I want to
I'm
make
not
this
going.
point real quick, Kofi, because you made a point about Phil and like where his storyline is going, and you don't like it in reference to what it could represent specifically for black men. But I would argue within this same show, what they're doing with Hilary and Jazz should be an affirmation to black men, specifically black men on the come up or black men who don't necessarily feel as equally yoked with the women that they are pursuing. And I do think that there should be some type of equally yokedness happening, but there's something to be said about genuine interest and then falling in love. Like Lamarcus could give Hilary a very fine life, a decent life, a financially stable life. And that's what they're showing us of like, girl, you can have a time, but you won't necessarily have the time of your life. You won't necessarily feel all of the things that's possible to be felt. And then putting this woman in this position to ultimately have to choose between the ultimate and good enough is like really dope, especially that the man that has materially less is the ultimate.
Yeah, that's a good
It's
point.
something I was thinking about too, because we don't really know much about Lamarcus. Wouldn't it be interesting if now that he's had this accident, and they like to call in family, friends, depending on how serious the accident is, and he has a love interest or a secret a female out there that she doesn't even know anything about, that all of a sudden pops up at the hospital.
Ooh.
And it's perfect. Make me hate him even more. Actually, give me a valid reason.
Yeah, because
I'm
up
just
until
saying, because people pop up, conversation get around, and she just pop up at the
But you
hospital.
see,
Like, who are
I don't
you?
think they would do that because, like, it's like Hillary's barely hanging on to the relationship. Like, she's barely there anyway. Like, in terms of like in the
Right.
relationship with him. So this will just be like, oh well, I mean, I can go back to the person I actually want anyway. So I don't think they would do
You
that. They gotta
think?
paint Lamarcus as somebody who wants Hillary, like truly wants to fight for the relationship for it to work. Because we all see like the relationship is hanging on by a thread, and it's
I don't
not
know. I
because
feel like
Lamarcus
somebody
has
else
no
presenting
Hillary.
themselves will put Hillary in her competitive bag before it will have her run off.
Mm-hmm.
You think?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
But that would mean that she like. I mean, maybe it's because I don't think she has feelings for Lamarcus, but if she does, the only way I see that happen is if she truly genuinely does have feelings for Lamarcus and
Not
wants to.
necessarily. Hillary don't like the idea of losing. We saw it with the influencer house, and like, girl, Simply Spike could have been nice, but you know this damn woman who bought the house has her own liquor. So why are you pushing so damn hard? Because she don't want to lose.
mm,
Yeah, she's a very competitive female, and yeah, another woman or another love interest, that would,
That will be
yeah, that
further
would be
of a
interesting.
delay for Jazz's
Yes.
ass.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
so Jazz, speak now, man, or forever hold your peace, brother.
Say, what was the last point that you were about to make before I like pause this here
Oh,
again?
just about Vivian and Phillip.
Oh,
I hope Vivian, I know she's upset. She's gonna probably throw it in his face, which is rightfully so. But I
Yep.
really want her to really just, think about, the family as a whole and how this is gonna, whichever way she takes it, how it's going to affect everybody. And I know she's been putting her feelings on the back end and her career on the back end. But, think about the kids, the children, the family, give him the hell that he deserves. I understand that. But at the end of the day, you know, just think about the future and how you would want that to look. Because if you want to step out on him and do all of that, that's your business. That's totally up to you. But think about, what's going to come after that.
Yeah, I
And that's all
mean,
I got.
it's already kicking negative energy subconsciously by playing to her friend Olivia like it's not as what it seems. You really want Ashley to like look at you some type of way if you decide to even entertain this open marriage thing. I mean, yeah. So gonna be
Yeah.
mm.
it. It's gonna
Michael,
be
you
I
got any
mean,
interesting.
last
uh,
thoughts before we get up out of here?
yeah, I just well, with what Kofi said, I don't think she would. Why would she look sideways at her mom when this all was caused by Phil in the first place?
Well,
So
that's
if
true.
it does end up happening, it's all Phil's fault. But I mean, the first 3 episodes, they came out firing out the gate. Every episode was interesting, drama everywhere. I just hope it continues and they don't
Yeah,
slack off.
same.
Yeah, I agree. And I'm assuming episode 4 is gonna pick off where we left off with Lamarcus and Hilary being frantic as usual, and we'll see where that leads.
Not as usual.
I
It's
mean,
just nowhere.
I don't think they'll do this, but I mean, I hope Lamarcus isn't Trevor in this universe because I would hate that for her.
Why do I keep seeing people say that? Like
Because
everywhere I look,
that's
people are saying that.
that's kind of what they think it's gonna give. That I mean, they're getting married, and in the OG series, like Hilary was gonna get married, and then
Yes.
Trevor died. So it's like that's why they think they're gonna go this way. So I don't know.
Yep.
Maybe he'll just be paralyzed. I hope they don't kill him off.
Ooh,
I don't think it was paralyzed. I feel like it was a heart issue. I don't think. Yeah.
I thought it was isn't it a concussion? I thought it was like a concussion type thing. Like he hit his head too hard.
Oh God.
No,
CTE. Fix it, Jesus.
Yeah.
it didn't look like a concussion. Like the way he got rocked, and then he stood up, and then he fell to the ground, and then how the trainers had to resuscitate him. That didn't look like a concussion. That looked like
Oh, I wasn't paying attention. My fault.
It's
You
looking
don't
like old buddy
Lamarcus?
from the. It's looking like that from the Buffalo Bills guy. He was in the hospital for he was in a coma and all of that, and then miraculously he's back playing football again.
yeah,
So
Lamar
I
Hamlin.
want Lamarcus to be okay. I don't want him to die, and I don't want him in a coma because that's just going. The guilt is going to kill Hilary, and she's going to want to stay longer. So don't die or get in a coma. Just be okay, and hopefully, Jazz comes
Be
and helps
okay
her.
enough for Hilary to
support
break
her
up with her.
Exactly. Like it's like we're saying, we can't really trash Simone because she has cancer. You can't break up with a guy that's paralyzed. You can't do it. Like
Or fighting for his life. Yeah.
yeah, she won't break up with him while he's in the hospital. I hope
No.
not.
Even though she was
Nah,
gonna
that-
come tell him she kissed another man at his damn game. Thank y'all so
Yeah.
much for joining me for this conversation. It has been so dope. I wasn't really sure if we was gonna get back in the swing of things, but this was such a lively, spirited debate. Thank y'all.
Yeah, I was feeling
Thank
it.
you.
So I'm assuming Relevant Lives will be on Sunday.
No, I just made it today because I was like kind of busy on Friday.
Okay.
I'm looking at Thursday or Friday because I have the family business lives on Thursday. I don't necessarily want to put the Bel Air lives on Thursday, but once the family business is done, I would love to move the Bel Air lives to Thursday.
Okay, cool. I'm down with it. So, yeah, this is gonna be fun. This season's really gonna put me through it. No lie. I mean,
And it's going to go right into Power coming back, so we're going to have a nice little stint.
yeah, that too.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. Thank y'all
All right.
again. I'll see you next week. I will
All
put a
right.
post up on the
Thank
community
you.
tab, and maybe I'll do a vote for like how y'all feel about Friday versus Thursday. So look out for that. And I also have my episode 3 breakdown that is going up after I get off of here. So be on the lookout for
All right.
that,
All right.
y'all.
All right, I know you probably waiting on Jackie on that breakdown, so I'm
Yes.
going in.
I'll let her ass have it.
There are all types of hoes and whatnot, so this is no shade to the actress. She's killing
No
it.
shade
but-
to the actress at all. You are doing, I guess, your job and your big one. Because I can't stand her.
Yeah, but yeah.
All right, good night,
All
y'all.
right.
See y'all in the next one.
Good night.
Thank y'all so much for joining me for this live. I hope that y'all enjoyed it. I know the setup is a little bit different, but we are working and getting it done and getting on here. I really, really, really enjoyed this conversation. So I really thank everyone who was able to call in via the Discord, which if you didn't get a chance to do it this time, you can always do it anytime. We drop the link and you just join the Discord. It's free 99. You can just join. You don't have to be on screen or anything. So be on the lookout for that each time we go live. And thank you to everybody who was in the chat. Shout out to Curly K. Shout out to Cendrika. Shout out to EdXXD. I can't shout out everybody because it was so many people, but thank y'all. Kimberly, thank y'all so much for adding everything that you added to the conversation. This was a really, really great live, and I love it when I'm able to do lives like this and go into different directions and really unpack things in such a specific, nuanced, and passionate way. I really appreciate y'all. I hope that y'all are enjoying the channel, enjoying the content that I'm offering, because I am enjoying being in community and conversation with y'all. See you in the next one.